Ronflex, join me. Nothing says high-octane gameplay like thoughtful strategy and resting back in my chair with a cup of coffee. Yum yum. Good stuff. I don't know where I put this. I don't smack it when I reach for my keyboard. Hello, everybody. More Dragon Commander. Let's get to commanding these dragons. Oh, yes, and I think I did the political thing today. It's, she's angry. Hug Ronflex.
How delightfully entertaining to
Oh, they're arguing about, Oh, yeah, Catherine wants Henry to, the audacity, work together as, like, comrades in arms. Ronflex, you don't have any arms. Otherwise, you'd hug me. And Chad, but not in that order. Hello, Clover. There you go, boy. That's silly. Yes, well. I wouldn't want to work with Henry either, but, you know. I just clicked undo research, because I'm the worst dragon commander who ever commanded a dragon. Actually, I don't think I picked research. I got juggernauts. That's all I can afford. It's transporter. We'll do an armor, honestly. Get these last two, and then we move on to the second act. Yes, we pick a waifu. It's the day. Chat, finally, a woman will speak to me. It may be because she's forced to, but a woman will speak to me. Men. Okay. Ahem. I wonder who? So do I. It's up to chat. We're gonna, once they show up, we're gonna get to meet them all, give them the chance to introduce themselves, and, you can vote. If there's a tomboy, it's one for each race, so, They aren't immediately like, that's clearly the tomboy. It's more so, well, you'll see. Anyway, off we go. Yes. Oh, I want to stop him from having nice things up there. You are loaded up. I could, it's 2, 3, and 2. Honestly, he's got a lot of resources up here, to the point that I am thinking maybe one boat full of people isn't enough to shut him down up there. I might want a second boat full of people, is what I'm saying. Which means, how's my money? My money is great, actually. I am rolling in it. What would I be able to build here? Parliament for strategy, or gold, but I only get one from them, so it's hardly worth it. Nope, didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. I think I need another transport, methinks. And give me, like, another 3 hunters. I'll load up 3 more hunters into the boat, and then my 2 boats full of units will go to the island up north. Oh, yeah, the requisite save. It's not a particularly exciting turn, but, you know. At this point, it's a victory rap while I milk brownie points. Oh, he's trying. He moved 1 unit in here and, like, 1 in here. This is a 90 to 30 like... And this is 100. I like, what is he doing? Guys, my resources outnumber his by just a hair. If he breaks my transport, I'm gonna be so pissed at him. This dude moved 2 units to fight my, like, 30. And, like, he's gonna, he's gonna break my 1 transport, and I'm gonna be so pissed. Alright, Imperial Army, I think you guys can handle this one. No, okay, I had no losses. Excellent. Thank you, Shaman Balloon. That was well done, everyone. Drinks all around. I guess he's bored of this, too. He's taking the fight to me. Alright. I wouldn't... It's not the worst thing in the world if I lose somebody here, but I might as well just hire somebody. Oh, I can't hire women anymore because I'm paying them fairly. Politics, am I right? Consequences of my actions. Alright, yeah. Oh, God! Okay, well, he took out a grenadier. Rude. That's just straight up rude. Raven bartender tired of General's drunken babble. All he talks about is his imp arm, and he tips worse than a dwarf. Emperor authorized production of action figures? Hell yeah. You deserve to be lied to. I think I said the paper should be honest. Borderlands 4 is a collector's edition without the game. Yeah, Randy Pitchford's a moron, and Borderlands hasn't been good since, well, that's not fair. Borderlands has been fine, but like the last couple games have been nothing but disappointments. Hello.
Oh, my head. Feels like there's an imp wedding celebration going on in there and they've just lighted the fireworks.
Oh dear.
I drank shots and played poker with Henry, Edmund, and Scarlet.
Huh.
Not a dime left in my pockets. But it was rather jolly. In a vulgar sort of way.
You played poker with the lads and Scarlet?
People have their simple pleasures, you know.
It's true.
Games of chance,
Yes.
drinking games,
Yes.
etc. All made for a welcome change from Henry's moody ways, though.
Eh, fair enough.
He was rather cordial, if you can believe it. Thought I'd see Maxos shave his beard first.
I do like the depth here. Yeah, Henry's an asshole, but he likes a game, he likes a drink. And even she's like, he softened a bit.
Commander, you know that many of the greatest imp inventors and scientists suffer no end of injuries in the line of duty.
True.
New and fickle weapons tend to, well, go boom at inopportune moments.
As they do.
Often, we heal their wounds with magic and replace lost limbs with marvels of engineering. But ever so often, they are beyond repair. In that case, we like to end their suffering by means of Black Rose extract. In the eyes of the law, though, this is murder. So let us scrap that law.
Oh. You're talking euthanasia. Well, that is a hell of a one to start on, I gotta tell you, Trunculo. Borderlands 3, great gameplay, but the story sucks. Story's fine in Borderlands 3. People are way too hard on it. New Tales was shit? Correct. New Tales was dog shit. People are not hard enough on that one. Alright. Euthanasia. I mean... keep getting GTA Online ads. Why? Because you haven't bought enough shark cards. But yeah, euthanasia. As long as all parties are consenting and it's like fairly well regulated, I think it's probably okay.
Life is a gift of the gods.
Shut up.
So
Why'd
of
I?
course is death. It is not up to mortals or undead to tamper with either of them, which is precisely what those impish charlatans are trying to do.
Wouldn't you rather have more dead people?
Trinculo is quite correct, Commander. That law is woefully outdated and should simply be abolished. Sometimes to kill is the only way to be merciful.
Yeah, they're mercy killings. Fair enough.
No dwarf goes gently into the dark night if he can help it, Commander. We fight against the dying light with every sinew in our bodies, and no needle-wielding quack will ballywell interfere.
Cool.
Only those who clung to every last breath are worthy of the eternal warrior's afterlife.
That's great. No one's saying that a needle-wielding quack can just kill indiscriminately. Not what this is about, Falstaff.
Mr. Shortfuse's proposal is a meritorious one, Commander. Every sun must set, and if the setting is one of suffering, why not speed it along with Black Rose?
Yeah, all right. Euthanasia.
I'm glad you're being so sensible about this, Commander. One of our doctors had to resort to jailbreak after ministering to a miserable old dwarf almost burnt beyond recognition when he dozed off with a pipe in his mouth. Set his beard aflame in no time, the poor bugger. What could that imp do but slip him sweet sister sleep?
I mean, he got permission to do it, right? Right?
If someone's last days are days of agony, the Seven have willed it so.
Thank you.
Ease their torment, and you thwart the divine order.
Yeah.
One more example that sacrilege is inbred in science.
I don't like you. Sounds like a no. Don't worry about it.
Well done, Commander. It takes an enlightened mind to weigh life against death, and realize that sometimes the latter is the kinder condition.
Sounds like, yeah, no. Don't worry about it. I don't believe you've ever streamed any Borderlands, no.
So now we're catering to the weaklings that choose drugs over defiance. Doctors ought to treat their charges to the very end, not sing them opiate lullabies.
It's not the first option, probably, Falstaff.
Very wise of you, Commander. Pain is such a terror. To relieve one's patients of it should be a physician's foremost care, even if sometimes relief may prove to be definitive.
Again, don't make it the first option. Maybe, like, that's a last resort. What's going on in the bar? Hello, bar.
Next time Henry wants to play cards, I'll tell him I'd rather tongue kiss a rattler. Such an unrefined game, really. The pastime of booze hounds and imbeciles.
Hell yeah.
Quite unfit for a man of my refinement.
You lost money, didn't you?
To change the subject entirely, could I receive my wages a bit earlier this month? I've had some unexpected expenses.
Yes.
Commander, so I took your counsel to heart and decided I should give my
He's
fellow
mad he lost,
generals
correct.
a chance to prove they are worthy of my esteemed friendship and perhaps even trust. What better test I can put them to, I ask myself, than the holy game of poker?
Noki's favorite.
See who's shrewd, behold who bluffs, descry who dares, and when. So that's what I did. Rounded them up and played from dusk till dawn. You were right. They're not a bad bunch once you get to know them. Obviously, I left their purses emptier than Yorick's skull, which does do wonders for my temper. Can't rightly say if that endeared me to them, but I'm sure as hell I'd like to see more of them once this month's wages come in.
Oh, Henry, you scoundrel. Anyway. Research. Alright, 2 more and then we're done here. And I just want a completely definitive victory out in the map, so. Bald, certainly. Date everything's out tomorrow, just in time for Valentine's Day. Alright, well. I need to load units up. Where is my transport? Oh, for God's sakes. Where? I know I built one. Where'd you? There you are. Okay. Throw a couple hunters in there. Okay, that's all I can do. Can I throw a grenadier in there? Nope. I can throw a trooper in there. Nice. Alrighty. Off to the oceans with you, and off to the oceans with you. We land on their filthy war factory at dawn tomorrow. And you, I got 4, I got tons of money. Build me more armor, Zahaha! I'll blast them to the high heavens. Throw 3 that way. There we go. And we should be well and surely defended. Replayed RE2 Remake, start with Leon, had 47 Magnum rounds by the end. Magnum's a good gun in Resident Evil 2 Remake. In pretty much every Resident Evil, it's a good gun. Thanks, Emperor. Doctors can simply kill off annoying patients. Not what I said. Illegal gambling rampant aboard the Raven. Whispers of vile orgies persist. I assure you there's nothing vile about them. Oh, ahem. Anyway. Oh, it's my two favorite people, Yorick and Prospera. Boo that man.
Horror of horrors, Commander. Claudella, our foremost artist, turns out to be a sinner of sapphic sentiments. Such transgression cannot be condoned. The gods will not stand for it. All her works shall be pulled down onto the ground and smashed into the dust. Seven forgive us for having admired her so.
I don't know what you're saying she did, but it must be pretty bad. Then again, it's you, so she probably, like, adopted a puppy or something.
Once more, the undead are in an uproar over nothing, Commander. Now they are systematically tearing down the statues of their own foremost artist because she made the posthumous confession of being gay.
Ah.
What on earth moved her to do so, we'll never know. But the results are tragic.
Moved her to do so? She wanted to tell people the truth?
Please tell Yorick to calm his kin. A civilized society should not stand for such barbarism, whether the gods approve or not.
Inclined to agree. To the bar, for some reason. Oh, Scarlet has strong opinions, of course.
Remember I mentioned the artist Della Gecko a while ago, Commander? Brilliant. Gay. Well, I have another example. The undead sculptress Claudella, who sadly perished a short while ago because of some strange disease that sometimes plagues her kindred.
Well, that's unfortunate. Go on.
She was an artist of profound mastery, revered by every single one of the undead, but now that in her last will and testament she revealed to have had a long-standing physical relationship with a woman they always assumed to be her sister,
Oh my
the
god.
vermin are systematically destroying all her works.
Historians will say they were close friends. Sister's a little weird, but, you know.
Beautiful bronzes, marvelous marbles, all are falling under the hypocrites' hammers. But you can do something about this, Commander. You can stop this madness. And if you won't, give me the order and I'll bash the skull of each vandal I meet.
Well, I do love you, and agree with you, and don't like the undead, and support artists, and in particular gay artists. So yeah, I'll take care of this.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Cheers, Commander. You're officially a patron of the arts now. I shall raise a toast to you tonight. And in the meantime, try not to succumb to the temptation of yanking away Yorick's lower jaw and throwing it overboard.
Oh, maybe don't try too hard. I like that everyone has too many belts except her, who just has one massive belt. Completely different direction with the whole belt situation. Like this guy, look at this asshole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think a 10th belt under there that we can see. And then she and Edmund just have massive belts. I think Scarlet over here.
What would you inquire of me, Commander?
4 belts. So yeah, people either have way too many belts or just one massive belt. Love that for them. Nomura got into this game. I mean, it's a good game. Right, I'll get the last upgrade. He loves belts. Fantasy loves belts. It's just the way it is. Anyway, all right. I'm thinking I make my landing up here, and then next turn I just have everyone swarm the capital. Crush them under my mighty heel. Disembark. And you disembark. 21% chance to win. That's not ideal, actually. I dropped 2. Stop pulling me to the side. I dropped 2 boats full of units. 2, 3, 2. Why are my odds so low? How are my odds so low? I've got 2 armors, a grenadier, 2 hunters, and a trooper. I vastly outnumber this guy. Or at the very least, I'm on even terms. I got mercenaries, though, so I can bully him. Look at Final Fantasy designs. Yeah, they love belts. Can I even the odds by, like, throwing a destroyer in there? It's 29 now. That's not great. That is depressing. Well, either way, let's build a bunch more units. Give me 2 shamans and give me 2 grenadiers. Belts fit more with kilts. True. Kingdom Hearts also big fans of belts. I'm gonna save the game. I'm gonna assume I have I'm gonna assume I have enough cards to take me through this. They really just don't want to give up that war factory, I guess. It is their last like, it's the last stronghold they have that isn't their capital. Ah, they're playing their own mercenary cards. All right, well, what if I threw in armors, eh? And what if I also threw in bomber balloons, eh? And what if I also threw in imp fighters, eh? And what if maybe just a little bit of devastation? How is that 43%? That's the majority, whatever. And what if I also maybe, shamans will have the cripple ability for 1 round. He hired a lot of shaman mercenaries. What if I threw in my own shaman mercenaries? And hired, looks like Henry or Edmund's the best one for this. What if I hired Henry? Go, my armies! Ready yourselves! Yeah, fight back! Attack! Go, my mercenaries! I've paid you for this victory. Paid you quite a bit. You didn't need the troopers dying. That's unfortunate. These shaman balloons are ripping through them. Well, I'm down to 1, but so is he. If I could lose that other... Oh, I also have bomber balloons. I'm good. Bomber balloons could win the war by themselves. They're easily the best unit. They broke my transport. What the fuck? Whatever, I won the day. Cost me some boys, but I won the day. And thus his last factory fell. Emperor's art, protects art of pervert sculptor. All right. The lizards love me. The elves and the imps are quite fond of me. The dwarves and the undead hate me. They do not like me at all. No, sir. I also just realized, whoop. Peek behind the curtain there. That's better. You can see a little bit of my background under my webcam. Oopsie doodles. Emperor on winning streak yet loses keys to the Raven. Ah, shit. Oh, man. Nice. Combat cards and mercenaries. Love to see it. Hello, boys.
You may have gone against us.
I did.
You may think you have won,
I do.
You have done no such thing.
I did.
What is left of Claudella's works is locked away in so-called museums.
Yes.
Away from the eyes of every undead.
Well, they can go and visit
But
them.
a single one of us will enter these places ever again or be stricken down by the Seven.
I mean, it sounds like you probably could, since, you know, she at least had a, you know, lover, so she probably would go and see them. Just a thought.
Bravo, Commander. You went out of your way to preserve the legacy of a fine artist, and did so despite the diplomatic ramifications. We lizards commend you.
Diplomatic relations be damned. Preserve the art.
Good news, Commander. The undead riots have been squelched, and the many artworks of Claudella that escaped their pitiful ire have been placed in various museums where they're guarded round the clock.
Oh, good.
That'll show those intolerant bastards. This is a great victory for mankind everywhere. A victory of nature over nurture, of freedom over oppression. The undead need to know one can be gay and held in high regard nonetheless. Let that be the lesson.
Or, hear me out, buy. Just a thought. Not anyone in particular I'm thinking of.
This whole business was about art, of course, but still.
Yeah.
Let that be the lesson.
Of course, yes. Anyway. Alright, I think it's time we end this act. Get to the voting of the wives. The wife vote, if you will. Curious how my own wife will vote. Righty-o. So, I'm thinking what we do is dump every single fucking person into this sorry excuse for what's left of their capital, their empire here. Glad you woke up. Oh yeah, we're about to fucking roll tide on these fools. Every single unit. I want full-scale invasion in-game. Bring me their heads in their capital in-game. Destroyers as well. Sail in there, lads. 61% chance with all of these forces storming the place. So I'll throw another armor in there, why not? A 62, hey, you know what? One unit made a difference. We vote for the... Can we not just vote for the... Can we not just vote the wife for your wife? No, the whole political game sort of demands I be married, so I have to choose a princess to marry. I have to. Oh, my feet are to the fire, guys. Oh, no. Anyway. Oh, can I play a card against them? I can. Ooh. Do I sabotage their Devastators or Armors? I don't think they have access to Devastators. I might be wrong, but it'd be silly to play that one. Whereas Armor... Transport, Hunter, Warlock. Oh, they don't have either of those units. Huh. Okay, never mind then. I'll just save the game. Over the stream. And end my turn. The armies move. Ah, they're building more units. 60%. I'll take those odds. To battle! He's hiring mercenaries. We can't allow this. At least not unchallenged. You can produce bomber balloons during one combat round. That's, like, not super helpful, though. Oh, I'll get the armor. Yeah, get and all the mercenaries in there. Enemies, imp fighters. They don't have any imp fighters. Devastators. Hunters. I do have some grenadiers in there, so yeah. That. And who's the best? Looks like Edmund, for whatever reason, has the best odds. I like that I have a 69% chance to... Oh, it says 82. -4 luck and -9 popularity. Oh, that's the 82. Right, the undead don't like me, so they actually don't want me to come in and, like, stomp them. Also, the gods don't like me either, so I'm not super lucky. Anyway, we'll crush these bastards. Our forces are stronger. We have Devastators. We have aerial units. We have land units. We have so many more numbers than them. Our Ironclads are ripping them apart. Like, I think the Ironclads shredded half of their forces by themselves. And they're still going. Jesus. They have nothing to combat Ironclads. They took out one of my, like, Warlocks, I think, but... Okay, yeah, they're doomed. Unless this Grenadier goes on a fucking mad tear. Nope. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all she wrote on Act 1. The losses were great on our side, but they were greater on the enemies. We had 12 armors and didn't lose a single one. Holy shit. All right. Capital to conquer. Yep. Conquered the capital of Carthan. And successfully stole their belongings, which is golden tech. Nice.
And so it came to pass that the Dragon Prince was initiated in the ways of war and caught the attention of his siblings. Whereas the prince had been but a flea in his half-brother Carthan Axehand's coat, the dread Decapitator now took full notice of what turned out to be a dragon, and so in turn did the others.
Meet the enemies.
Yes, it was in the heartland of Rivellon that the war would be decided between the last of Sigurd's children. Carthan remained a threat, as did his sister Sybil the Silent, who had cut out her own tongue a long time ago to stop the voices in her head from babbling.
Oh.
And then there was Farran the Fleshless, who was convinced he wasn't human at all, but rather an undead, which he would demonstrate by slicing the flesh from his body.
Ugh.
Such was the crazed company the Dragon Prince would have to fight.
Cool.
Such were the terrors he would have to overcome.
Yay.
And the way he did so is still studied by all strategists in Rivellon today.
I bought a bunch of units and steamrolled the sons of bitches is what I did. Ahem. Battlefield moved to Heart of Kingdom. All factions rally behind the dragon, even though the dwarves and the undead hate him. But lizards, imps, and elves love the guy. Dwarves, elves, lizards, and imps and undead stand united. Emperor to guide all to victory. Claudella artwork safe in museum. Fire hazards a reality, says Yorick. Our man aboard the Raven. Victory party. Unification of the land. One man's personal popularity contest. Size matters. Enemy researchers build impenetrable floating fortress. Imperial scientists stupefied. Well, that doesn't sound good. Imps lack inspiration. Imps copy enemy armor design to the letter.
I have news for you, Commander. Great, grave, or gratifying. I'll leave its interpretation to you.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is your victories have gone far from unnoticed.
Thank you.
That much you knew. But they have also gone a long way toward uniting a shattered realm.
Oh, good.
It has therefore been announced that you are to marry.
Huh?
For that will bolster the populace's spirit and cement your power as emperor. Soon the finest princesses in the land will be here, bidding for your hand in marriage.
So my options are buy a host of princesses, you say. This is going to be fun. So you're saying even though it's marriage we're talking about, I have no say in this. Yeah, that's a little...
Not as such, no. You don't want to get married. Because that would be a bit of an imposition. The decision has been made, you see.
Without my approval.
Matters such as these, even an emperor has to accept without remonstrance.
Oh,
Still,
fine.
There are worse things than tying the knot, surely.
Well, it's probably going to be fun.
I dare say it will. But do not please take this matter lightly, Commander. Of course, I hope your wife shall turn out to be a charming girl indeed. But this, above all, is a political bond, meant to strengthen the ties between you and the faction she belongs to. Love, I'm sorry to say, has very little to do with it.
Boo.
But of course, I may be proven wrong.
Yay?
Perhaps it is even best that I had.
Agreed. So, yeah, part of the political game is you're encouraged to marry from the faction you're not popular with. So the game would probably, like, I think Maxov in particular would prefer I marry a dwarf or an undead because they hate me.
Very well, Commander. And while you fantasize about pretty princesses,
I'll
continue my studies. Grumio may find his inspiration in dreams, but I'll stick to books.
You're a weird guy, Maxov.
A wizard likes his nose between the pages, rather than his head in the clouds.
Weird guy. All right, what's going on in the throne room?
Commander, I'd like to raise a delicate issue regarding the imps.
Uh-oh.
You see, there's just too many of them.
I'm sorry, what?
They procreate so quickly, they put the rabbits to shame. And if we don't do something about it, there will be 2 of their number for every single elf or dwarf or lizard. Curtail their expansion, I say. Families of 5 should be their limit.
Well, that's, kind of rude, actually. I just stepped in to allow gay marriage because I shouldn't have a say in people's relationships and family. But now you want me to do that, you son of a bitch. All right, let's go around the table.
Oberon's quite right, Commander.
Of course he
Those
is.
heathen
The one time you agree.
breed like sin in a brothel, and the result is just as diseased. I'd have them all wiped out, but for the moment I'll settle for a mere reduction of their number.
Gonna go with no. Not a fan of the genophage. To put a Mass Effect reference in there.
Oberon oversteps his bounds, Commander. The family is a holy institution. Let no man mingle with a family's private affairs.
You know, unless they're gay, Falstaff, right? Then, you know, they shouldn't be allowed to marry. Whatever, he's at least on my side this time, so I shouldn't argue.
It shocks me a free-spirited elf could advocate state control over the number of children one is or is not allowed to have.
Right?
Lizards too hatch many eggs in one sitting, so to speak. Huh? Are we Oberon's next target, perhaps?
Solid thinking. Since when, Falstaff? Now, he doesn't think gay couples count as a family, so he's still consistent. Probably.
What is all this elven claptrap? How dare he utter such rot?
Oh, what? You don't
British
agree?
family isn't complete until Nipper number 22 comes along.
22's a lot, but hey, who am I to say? Who am I? Well, I enforce an imp family planning policy. Fuck no.
Commander, a single rat is just a cute animal.
Yeah, also
large
imps are
mouse,
exploding all the time.
Unleash them by the hundreds and thousands, and what are they? Pests. And why? Merely because of their number and the inconvenience that number causes. That is what imps will be. Pests.
Dude, he's right. Trinculo's right there. Also, again, yeah, Kaida, my lovely wife, raises a great point. Give them some gunpowder and they'll cut their population by like 10% by the end of the month. Get it right back again at next month, but, you know, that's imps, I guess. Oberon being like TikTok leftist right now. Yeah, it's funny how this game from 2013 definitely isn't relevant today in any way. Wouldn't it be crazy if this over 10-year-old game was somehow still shockingly relevant to modern day American politics? Wild.
Oh, bother.
Oh,
These fellows
bother.
are like lice, Commander. You see one of them jump about the place, and the next thing you know, there's a dozen of them, rendering everybody else annoyed and itchy.
Yorick's mad because he's not getting any. Meanwhile, imps laying pipe like crazy.
Good show, Commander. It's an unthinkable thing indeed for the government to regulate the affairs of the bedroom. I already regard tax collectors as violators of my privacy, let alone sex inspectors.
Okay, now you really do seem like, well, now you continue to seem like a hypocrite. What with the whole being against gay marriage thing you were doing last stream.
Wise of you, Commander.
Thank you.
You know how lizards' tails stir in indignation when the government tries to influence matters of personal freedom and responsibility.
As you do.
Proposals such as Oberon's stir me so vehemently I seem to suffer from nervous tics.
He's pulling libertarian. I think the imps are sort of meant to pull more libertarian.
Darn tootin',
Meant
Commander.
to.
Set that ruddy elf straight. Too many imps indeed. We're only half as tall as the rest. We deserve to have strength in numbers.
Not as good an argument as Kaida's, but a sound one all the same. This discussion is, fair enough. All right, engineering bay. I'm down to 3 science and 13 money. That's not as many as I had, man. What happened to my my island kingdom where I was making a shit ton of things? I can buy these 20 ones now. Let's see. Do I want the imp fighter? Oh, I want devastators. I want devastators. They could be devastating. Anyway. Whee! Actually, it's Act 2. Do you have anything to add there, Grumio?
Grumio, son of Gromio, at your service.
Guess not. See you later. Good talking with you. All right, to the war table. Okay, this is not. What's the map looking like? I don't like this right next. That's his capital? His capital is right there, next to. That's a little bit. What? That's a little close for comfort. What is that? That's an ironclad. Is that my brother's ironclad, or is that just a random ironclad? Bet he has a stack of ironclads. That is definitely not the white neutral, so. Wave at the capital? Yeah, from across the bay. I think this is meant to, like, 3,013 money. Yeah, and 3 science. This is meant to represent the island we just conquered, so. 5 armor and 5 troopers and 1 transport and a capital. Okay. Wow, he's got ships everywhere. Good lord. I hate that it, like, cuts to the right when I try and zoom in or out. He's got island to the south. So he's like a scattered island nation. My lunatic, and that's like the butcher? Yeah, it's the butcher. My tongueless sister is here in the south in Dwarf Country. And I'm guessing up north is... No? Where's the last guy? Oh, Jesus. Wow. Can we make him a different color? He kind of blends in. He's absolutely going to take that war factory in a second. It's my skinless brother. Over in lizard territory. Well... How's he looking? 3, 3, 3, 2. There's something to be said for an immediate power play of hopping to his country and, like, trying to take his capital right away. Right away. What would my odds be for doing that? I can't fit them all in the transport anyway. I was thinking I could put everyone in the transport. There's no way I'd ever, unless I did a lot of, like, excessive save scumming, then there's no way I'm pulling that off. Tax or evasion of privacy, doesn't want anyone meddling family affairs except gay marriage. Very libertarian. That's true. It's true. You're not wrong. Steal. Oh, wait. I have transports. These are mine. I have transports down here. Could have told me I had more units, guys. Well, I don't have any units on them, unfortunately. And he has an ironclad in the water. I probably want to get those out of there, because this ironclad will just come and kill me. What I need to do, I think I need to take this real quick, because it's got units on it. And also, oh, War Factory? Yeah, I have to take that. Getting there as well would be really good, but I can only get to one, because I only have the one transport. Alright, it'll take the skinless guy a while to get over here. Meanwhile, does he have transports? He doesn't have transports. He does have that war factory, and hopefully my siblings are also going to fight each other and not just me. Otherwise, I'm going to get steamrolled 3-1 here. I'm thinking... Sorry, I know I'm taking my sweet time. Also, I can't get to 1, 2. I could get there. God, I could get there. That'd be a good get. Does he have... He doesn't have any transports. Okay, alright. That's important. In fact, he doesn't have any transports. I think the first thing I need to do is pull my transports back. Because they're not going to survive in these waters against ironclads and whatnot. And they only get 2 spaces of movement, and they don't have anyone on them, so they're just kind of dead in the water right now. So pull them back. Get snapped over to that side of the map for no reason. Loves doing that, don't know why. Alright. Let's... How my cards... All aerial units can be reduced at 50% discount. Noted, noted, noted. Excuse me. Alright. What are we working with? I think Devastators are a good buy. I've got some money. I could build 13 units this turn. Good lord. That's a lot. I think I could maybe max out on troopers. Your army's reached maximum size and the population can't get bigger. Alright, we'll calm that down for a second. We'll calm that down. Fair enough, population is an issue if I build a bunch of units. I need an ironclad to help with the water situation. And I wouldn't mind Devastators, for they are devastating. I think 2 Devastators are fine. You're gay? We're all gay in Pride Month, Ellie. Alright. You're the one that hasn't moved. I need... Which one do I need? Fuck. I need this war factory down here. With its own transport and more troopers. So I need 2 in there, 1 in there, up, and up, and unload, baby. All right, Bethune will be mine. All right, and defending capital, calling my boats back. That should be enough. Actually, they were here. I could get a transport here. There's no reason to, though, because there's a neutral one there and a war factory, so that's probably fine. All right. Save the game. And let's see how the war plays out. Immediately shoring up, that's fair, yeah. Yeah, they're sabotaging each other. Okay, so they are infighting, that's good. I'd prefer them to be infighting. Don't need them fighting me. What is that even? Wow, he's... Oh my god, he's going to town. Now, the boat's great there and all, but boats can't take countries. That's doing nothing. If she were smart, she'd take this war factory. Well, she'd take that one first, maybe. That one's got free units in it. If he were smart, he'd immediately take this war factory. Are they just gonna build units? Guys, you're leaving... Okay, alright. They're leaving units on the table. Literally. Emperor to be wed. Hopeful princesses flock to the Raven. Okay. Alright, chat. I think this is it. I think it's time to meet my wife. In-game. Emperor opens doors to imp world dominance. Soon they'll outnumber us all. Why the war drags on, it just started. What the fuck?
They are here, Commander. The fairest maidens to be found. Here in the hope you will take their hand in marriage. Gathered aboard are Lady Lohanna of the Elves, Lady Ida of the Dwarves, Lady Camilla of the Lizards, and Lady Ophelia of the Undead.
Lohanna, Ida,
Godspeed,
Camilla.
Commander. I wish you the best of luck.
Hey, where's the imp?
Heavens no, we wouldn't want to make a scene. The rejected princesses will be disappointed, and their counselors furious. Now, once you have made your choice, inform me of it in confidence, and simply be about your business. I will take care of the rest.
Wow, how in no way cold and grim. Couldn't have found me a human wife. Fuck that. Yo, we're in a world of elves and lizard women, all right? Get creative. Where's the imp princess?
There was an incident. Best not to mention it.
Okay, I'll take my leave then. All right, so we have Royal Chamber, the bar, and the throne room. Well, let's hit the bar first. Commiserate with some bachelor. Maybe they're I don't know. I think she has a husband. The rest, I think, are unmarried.
Shopping for a spouse, are we, Commander? I wonder what the return policy on these princesses is. No refund after they've been used?
The fuck does that mean? Why do the men in this game suck, except for the imp?
I envy you, Commander. You 4 women here begging to make her yours. Bloody hell. I wish I were a dragon knight.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna... Listen. That was not great, what you just said, but it was better than Edmund, so I'm not gonna, like, linger on it too much.
You dragons sure have a nice time of it, Commander. Who's it gonna be? That elf girl is cute. I mean, you know, not that I've been really looking.
No, of course not.
This is all too disgraceful. Parading these women around like prize cattle. Whatever happened to marrying for love? What happened to respect? Outrageous.
I agree. So is the undead girl running the bar with the pumpkin stuff down her shirt, is she not seeing anyone, or what's the deal with that one? Awful that Edmund was more sexist than the other dude? True. All right, let's meet them. Here they are. Where's the damn imp? Oh wait, is he in the engineering bay? Hold on. Yep, hey, what's up?
Oh dear, oh dear. A ravishing imp princess was on her way to the Raven, Commander. But she and her chambermaids were playing hide-and-seek the lit fuse aboard her transport ship. And, well, they didn't find it in time. Poor girl. Died a true imp's death, though. Blasted to smithereens, fireworks in the sky. I'm happy for her, really.
Okay, then. You curious what the imp prince looked like? Or princess looks like? Looks like, bad news. Looked past tense. Hey, great.
Jingling bells, my lord. The ship is full of youthful beauty. A singing ship, a wise old wizard, 4 princesses. It's like a fairy tale in here. No imp, though.
Yeah, shame about that. Sorry, buddy.
Dear, oh dear.
Well, off to the throne room we go. The imps can commiserate. All right, we'll do this the way we do the round table. Start from the left and work our way to the right. Oh, I can talk to each and every person here. All right, get ready. Get ready to pay attention, because you, the chat, get to choose who my wife will be. We have the undead Princess Ophelia and the others whose names I can't remember. The Dwarven Princess, the... Oh, it tells me their name if I hover over it. Ida the Dwarf. Camilla, who, I'm gonna be honest, looks a bit more like a cat than a lizard. With the face and everything. Maybe it's the hat? But I'm getting, like, Khajiit vibes from her. And the elf princess, Lohana. Anyway.
The 7 have graced you, Commander. For today they bring before you Ophelia, daughter of Everking, sovereign of the Skeleton Spire. A more splendid princess is not to be found. Marry her, and the gods themselves will bless your union.
Okay, so I can actually just roll right into the princess if I talk to them. Well said.
Go on, girl. Don't be shy. Answer the dragon.
Oh, she's shy.
My lord and emperor, I stand here before you because I was bid to, and thereby was I blessed. I am not worthy of your love.
Aw.
But should you choose to honor me with marriage, I should take it as a sign the 7 still savor my soul. And it will be my unwavering endeavor to earn the trust and affection you would bestow upon me. Grace be unto the gods, and unto you, my sire and king.
Aw.
Well said, my dear. That settles it, does it not, Commander? How can any man even contemplate the hand of another woman when he has met fair Ophelia?
Well, I have to talk to the others, and also it's not my call, so... So if I talk to her... Okay, yeah, just... Okay. All right.
Well,
same thing regardless of who I speak to. All right, well, I'll talk to the women then.
It's your lucky
God
day, Commander.
damn!
For I
Sorry,
have
it zoomed
with
in
me
on her.
The
Damn.
famed beauty Ida, Princess of Hammerdale. Dwarves have come a-courting her from each part of the realm.
Look, respectfully, I am not. I'm looking in a lot of ways. Respectful is not one of them.
Wielding axes so sharp, they can cleave rock. Bold warriors.
To be honest, Falstaff,
that
I haven't heard a
could face
word
an
you've
army,
said.
But none has laid claim to that purest of rubies that is her heart.
I don't know how. I mean, can you look at her? Like, give me a break. All right, look at her. Fucking come on.
All right, Falstaff, put a sock in it.
I love her.
I'd rather see you drink than drivel. So unbecoming of a dwarf.
Yes, well, there you have it, Commander. Lady Ida. To her very good health, I say, and your future happiness. I'm sure it'll be a blissful union.
A blissful union. Would you agree, Ida?
Why, yes, my little dandelion.
Oh, I love her.
What woman in her right mind wouldn't want to marry an emperor? 'Tis a right treat that you're not so bad looking either.
Oh my god.
But power, my lad. That is why we do it. The power of the dragon.
I'm going to turn into a dragon and break her in half. I mean, what? Oh god, I'm not muted. What?
Me? I do have a few personal
Shut up!
as well, though. My father, see, may the plague wither his pecker, is a right old rotter whose company I'm desperate to escape. Put a wedding ring on my finger, and your ship will be my home. I'm sure we'll get on like two pups a play.
Man, I'm convinced, but, you know, chat has to decide, so sorry.
What a strange day this must be for you, Commander. Having to receive
Reset.
princesses who are strangers to you and choose which one of them you would spend your life with.
No. Decision's pretty easy if you ask me, but hey, let's keep it going.
Strange for the princesses themselves, too, Prospera. For they are put on display like cows on the market. And I am not a cow, kind sir. I am Camilla, a princess, rather reluctant to take part in this charade, but willing to do so for the benefit of all lizards.
Still, you do so voluntarily. You'd like to marry me, yes?
To be perfectly frank, I don't know if I really do.
I like her, too.
Your Highness.
I like them all, actually.
Please forgive her, Commander. Nerves, you see.
She's honest. I appreciate that. Yeah, she's being honest.
One, there is nothing to forgive, and two, I am calm as a frozen lake, so hold your tongue, Counselor.
The look she's giving her. Oh, dear.
Now then, let me elaborate. Unlike those other girls I've seen shipped here by their aspiring ambassadors, I am not one who spends her days in palace rooms having her nails tended to. I've studied law and am now Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of my native land.
Woman in power. Yep, nope, I like you too. I remember why I picked her in the first time I played this game. I don't remember who I picked the second time I played this game. I've only played this game twice before. But I definitely remember I married her in the first time I played this. Her story revolves around bringing you decisions from the court, and you can decide the outcome.
I am a woman of the world, Commander, knowledgeable of matters of state. A royal marriage such as ours would constitute a political bond, not an amorous one. Though perhaps in time a reasonable amount of endearment may bloom. Wonders never cease, do they not?
I do like you.
Lizard and dragon. It would be an advantageous union. Think on it, Commander. What ambition I have compels me to hope I will be your cow. Or should I say choice?
Arg, we're choosing our bride because it's Act 2. This is the crop, as it were. I'm not looking respectfully. No, this girl popped up on screen and I did everything except look respectfully. Because, like,
well, there you have it, Commander.
Stockings, chest open, redhead, short, Scottish, glasses, thigh-high boots. Hates her dad, so I don't have to deal with family bullshit. Like, damn. Anyway, the last one we have to meet's the elf girl.
Come on, up you stand, back straight, chin high. The commander is here.
I've been here a minute. You're the last one I'm talking to. Not for any political reasons, I just started on the left and worked my way right.
No, you are not daydreaming, Commander. This is not a mirage that would trick your eyes. This unearthly beauty is real, and her name is Lohana, Princess of all Elves, the fairest fruit ever plucked from our Green Mother's world tree. I'll give you a moment to compose yourself, for not many can gaze upon her and be undaunted by the sight of purity perfected.
She should adjust that strap and, like, I don't know, maybe find a shirt? Is this, like, is this royal elf? This is how elves dress when they, like, go ballroom dancing and shit? Because that's... fair enough, I guess, but whatever. She looks 18. Well, do keep in mind she's an elf, so she's probably, like, 200.
The best reason of all. Love. Or so I hope. I have heard of your deeds and seen your portrait.
What was the other lady
Ever
wearing?
since I
Shut up.
I've been quite smitten with
Shut
you.
up.
And when news of impending
Oh,
nuptials
she's
reached
smitten
my
with me.
dainty ears, I made certain Oberon would move mountains to ensure I'd get a chance to meet you.
Oh, so you're kind of a stalker is what I'm hearing.
I know the very idea of love is often met with sardonic laughter in royal circles, where it is derided as a pleasantry that peasants may indulge in. But I would not have it so. Let love be your reason too, O dragon, should you contemplate our union. If not, I think I'd rather not be chosen.
Hey, that's a great idea. We literally just met. I'm not... Even if I support the idea of love, I'm not sure I love you. Especially when Ida is right over there. She is just there, a few people away, right there. And you're asking me to pick the skinny blonde one. It's just, I just, she's like human 16. She does seem a bit naive, doesn't she?
Now, dear, don't put the commander on the spot. He's already head over heels in love with you, no doubt, as are all who have taken but a single look at you. And think of elven interests. We would have the dragon as our closest ally.
Handlebar mustache? I don't think any of them have mustaches. Also, yeah, my Empire overview. So, the smart move would be to either marry the undead or the dwarf in order to bolster my relationship with the faction, you see. Because you do get bonuses for having these all be quite high numbers, and, you know, I've got 3 out of 5. Not bad, but, you know, undead and dwarves, not exactly my biggest fans. Anyway, yeah. She's a dwarf, but she doesn't have a mustache. I don't know what you're talking about with a mustache.
I'd rather see you drink than drivel. So unbecoming of a dwarf.
But just like, yeah.
Yes, well,
Excuse me.
Why, me?
I look at her and my brain kind of fries a little bit. Anyway, yes, so once more we have Ophelia, the undead bride, who's shy but nice. Seems sincere. We have the firecracker dwarf Ida. We have the no-nonsense, strictly business, tell it like it is Camilla. And we have the Lohana, who's, first of all, not wearing shoes, I just noticed, but also already declaring she's in love with me based on portraits and insists I should only marry for love. So, well, actually, I'll leave them up so people can see them. Let's get a poll started. All right. Who is my wife in game? The in-game is important. Ahem. We have Ophelia, undead. We have Ida, dwarf. We have Camilla, lizard. And we have Lohana, I think her name was? Lohana, yeah. Clearly she left an impression on me. Lohana, elf. All right. I'm going to give this poll, I'm going to give it 3 minutes. So you can all really think about this one. Poll has started. My wife, when she played this game, played Ophelia before Clover. I don't think I've ever actually played Ophelia. I know I played this a second time, but I don't know if I actually got far enough to pick a wife. You know who you would pick? Well, you're picking on my behalf. The first time I played this, yeah, I know I courted Camilla, but again, chat never saw that, obviously. My wife tried this game, she didn't like the combat, but she got far enough to pick Ophelia. Mostly so she could turn Ophelia against Yorick. You pick Kaida Killer? Not an option. That's why it says in-game, you see. But yeah, when I played this the second time, I don't think I ever got to this point. I never bothered. Played it a little bit, got my itch. Had my itch scratched, rather. And we moved on. I moved on. Oh good, obvious porn blogs are following me on Tumblr. I love when that happens. Oh dear. It's tied? Well, then more people should vote. Don't tell me the results. Besides, if it's a tie, we'll just go to tiebreaker. And if it's tied again after that, we're flipping a coin because you people can't decide for me. And I do need to move the stream along. Excuse me. Yeah, no, just great time to check my phone while chat decides whose storyline they want to follow. That's the other thing. This isn't just arm candy. Each one of these women has their own story. Oh, I think I'm gonna snooze you for the wife bit. They'll snooze the ads. Yeah, each one of these women has their own story in game with like character arcs and different endings. Thus encouraging replayability. That being said, I don't know if the game's worth playing 4 times real quickly in a row to get all the different wife options. And God, all their different stories, you'd have to play the game so many times in a row. Ooh, tied between Ophelia, the undead, and the elf girl. But guys, the dwarf exists. All right, well, interesting. Well, tie between those. Yeah. Damn shit. I guess someone did vote for the dwarf and someone voted for Camilla. But we have a tie now, so it's just going to be down to Ophelia and Lohana. So new poll. This one's only going to go for 2 minutes. Tiebreaker. In-game. I love the in-game. Ophelia or Lohana. Ophelia is undead, just to remind everybody. And Lohana is the elf. All right. 2 minutes on the clock. You vote for the blue one? Sorry, Arg. She only got 1 vote. The dwarf only got 1 vote, even though she's clearly the best. At least visually. Personality-wise, I'm a big fan of Camilla as well. She tells it like it is. If I marry the elf, is the general gonna fuck her? I don't think so. Pretty sure that's not a storyline. From what I understand, Camilla's story, well, again, I played it. Camilla's storyline is she brings you court cases, and you help her choose what is right, either justice or. Said she was cute. True. But I mean, it's also the Emperor's wife. A little off limits, don't you think, Clover? You voted for Madarame. Well, once again, not in it, much like Kaida. But Madarame is not in the poll. Now remember, if this one tied, we do the imp strategy and flip a coin. So, by the way, the reason the imp isn't here for actual reasons, other than a joke about him exploding, or her exploding, is because this is a political decision, they removed the option of straight down the middle, which is what the imps are. You got the extremes and the centrists here, but not the true middle. Wouldn't be the last time a horny bugger fucked a monarch's wife. True. But again, I don't think that's an option. It tied again. All right. It tied again. You people. All right, just to show I'm not being biased. Spin the wheel. The classic wheel spin coming along here. God. Gonna be a different wheel on top of everything else. Or Lohana. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Ophelia and Lohana. It's as clear as it is. Clear as it is. Spin the wheel. Whatever the wheel says, we're doing. Oh, it was close. It was close. It was close, but we are picking the undead woman, Ophelia. Congratulations to all the Ophelia stans. We will be choosing her. So off to the royal chambers. Maxov, I've made my decision.
Lovey-dovey stuff is wasted on me, Commander. But you go ahead and see who takes your fancy. Elf, dwarf, lizard, undead. They are all represented.
Okay, but the imp?
Wonderful. Who is the lucky lady?
The undead princess... Lucky, you don't know the half of it. Undead Princess Ophelia.
Really? I mean, of course.
Really?
Perhaps now you'll truly garner the goodwill of the gods.
Yeah, well, let's hope.
Allow me to be the first to heartily congratulate you, Commander.
Pure luck? Not pure.
I will make discreet arrangements for her stay and the departure of the others. All will have been taken care of when you return from the battlefield.
It wasn't purely luck. There were 2 votes, 2 rounds of voting. She got through both of those, and then when, no one could make a decision because it was tied, we made an executive decision by spinning a wheel. Anyway, I take my leave. To the engineering bay. Actually, Kaida's choice. Well, yes. Kaida likes the undead girl because I think part of her storyline is you can turn her against Yorick. So Yorick is like, huzzah, you married the princess. Wait, no, not like that. You're teaching her radical ideas about liberty and people. Ah! And Kaida finds that funny. She's right, but, Anyway, I have 15. I'd rather save for a 20, frankly. At least the undead one isn't dressed like a vulgar sex worker. I can't cut back to them, but I don't think any of them were. They were all extremely attractive. And, alright, the elf girl probably should have had on shoes or sandals or something, but for the most part, thought they were dressed fine. Yeah, what the hell? They didn't, Boy, the easy AI is really bad. There's, free war factories they're just not grabbing. Is there a land connection here, or is that water? I think there's a land connection there. Alright. We don't kink or clothing shame? True. Going up there and building a tavern up there would be good, I think. Got a war factory here. Money. Or slut shame? What do you mean? You guys shame me all the time. I'm a massive whore, and you guys won't stop bullying me. Since when do we not slut shame? Outrageous. Pretty libertarian of you, Clover. God, they didn't even take this war factory down here? It's like they're begging me to steamroll them. Easy AI, I guess, right? We only slut shame Token. Okay, thanks, Kaida, my wife. What the fuck? She's right, though. Can't be a whore if you're married. Tim, I respectfully disagree. Let's just then perish. Like, what? What am I perishing for? Okay, but for real, what are we doing? Could move inward. Might be risky, though. Get up there and build something. Well, I could get there and take that war factory. That's a play. That's a play right there. Boats can only move 2, so I can't reach Wizard Well and try and grab that factory, though it would be nice. It would be very helpful. Yeah, they're building transports. They're going to make grabs for it as well. This guy's not building any transports, though, which is interesting. I'm cheating on Kaida. In game? Yes. Absolutely in game. I just got married in game to not Kaida. I didn't even get married to the woman that was like 80% her name, Ida. She was right there. Slap a K on it, and that's Kaida. No one wanted her, apparently, even though she's objectively the best one. Anyway, okay, let's see. I could have a boat go over there and take that factory. I think I might, actually. Because he can't reach me. I don't think any of them can reach that spot on this turn to contest me. This was 2 free troopers if I can get there. So we are gonna... We're gonna load up 1 armor. And 1 trooper. Sail for here. Starlington. And then you... They're making moves down there. I could start making landfall here to earn some money, which could be good. God, I need a war factory here is what I need. Because, like, in one of these 2. Because, probably this one, because the money is pretty low. I need to be able to put people on this island. I cannot just have... This war factory is great and all. It relies too much on boats getting people to where they need to be. So, we are gonna... How are you looking? Like the side of a board is how you're looking. I despise it so. Totally can be Ask Zeus. Yeah, that dude was married in a total whore. The only thing Disney Hercules movies got right, and along came Zeus. That and James Woods is Satan. I got that right too. Crazy, I know. Youthalgore. Alright, we're gonna split up a little bit. There's 2 transports here. Right. 2 armors, 3. Okay, we're gonna put 1 armor on you. And 2 troopers on you. Why are you moving? I can't reach Youthalgore. I can reach Ambara, however. Which I want anyway, so I guess I'll take... I guess I'll take Ambara. Is that gonna cause any issues? No, there's no ships in here. Moving there. I'm gonna want to move there and build a factory. I'm taking this factory. I need to shore up, however, so... Oh, what are my cards like? I really only have airships on sale. Could use some boosted money, guys. Alright. Well, let's get to building some units. I'm gonna say a... Did I build an ironclad? Did I start an ironclad anywhere? I definitely need an ironclad for the seas. Trooper, armor, iron... Okay, I do have an ironclad. James Woods did it for free because he was always Hades? True. Hades wasn't even the villain for the movie, it was the Sisters of Fate. No, it was Hades. I don't know what movie you saw, Tim, but the one where the guy unleashed the Titans from hell to try and kill Hercules, that guy's the villain. The one trying to overthrow Mount Olympus, yeah, that'd be the villain. Alright, well, with an ironclad, I still need to shore up. I need some shaman fighters. And let's get... I'll do another armor. Sisters told him how? That's their job. Fucking Tim, blaming women for doing their job? Wow, Tim. Wow. Unbelievable. God forbid women have hobbies. Alright, we're shoring up and we're making money moves. They're trying to make money moves too. I don't like that his capital is right there. That should really be who I focus on first. They could have lied. That's not their job. This guy doesn't understand the fucking oracles of Delphi or the Sisters of Faith. Their job is not to pick and choose what the truth is. Their job is to answer the questions they are asked. Ahem. Emperor Mary's wedding to be held aboard Raven command ship. Imp Princess dies during hide-and-seek game of Light the Fuse. Ministry of Education demands nationwide ban. Well, take a break from war. I'm conquering. What do you mean? What's going on in the engineering bay? Hello, Grumio.
Congratulations, my lord. Happy days, eh? Oh, but don't you worry. I haven't been sipping sparkle wine and eating wedding cake, no. Researching, engineering, those have been my occupations.
Grumio, you're working too hard. It's a wedding. Treat yourself. But I mean, I appreciate it. Also, I'm gonna need this armor improvement. Don't worry about it. Ahem. I'm a Greek myth nerd, true. And a nerd in general, also true. What's going on in the throne room? Oh, it's the wedding. Guys, it's the wedding. Can I talk to I can talk to everybody. Hell yeah. You appreciate these focusing on running ship? The man could have some cake, though. Like, come on. The man could have some cake. Maybe not sparkle wine, but the man could have some cake. All right, left to right, and then we'll move into the middle.
Shell-shocking catapults, Commander. What a pity it is you never got to meet pretty Princess Pyra.
Another thing my wife likes, along with the imps in general. An old username of hers is Pyra. So she didn't get to meet an imp princess who blew things up, and her name was Pyra.
And now what? You're married to an undead that looks as bare as a fish after dinner. No, I don't envy you, Commander. Verily, I don't.
Look, I get it. It's not an imp, but chat chose it, so.
You're a married man now, Commander. But I bemoan your choice. An alliance with the dwarves would have made you rich, fabulously wealthy. And what have you now?
They got the Hades character wrong. Hey, here's a fun fact. It's all made up. It's all made up. They could say he had a mustache and drove a Corvette. It's as accurate as every other myth about Hades because it's all made up. Yeah, okay, normally his motivation wasn't conquer Olympus, Ark. But here's the thing. Disney movies need a villain. Okay, they could have made it Kronos. That guy probably wants to conquer Olympus. They just went with Hades, the Lord of the Dead. Simple and easy guy to make a villain. Bing, bang, boom. Job's done, go home. Movie's great. If you compliment his daughter, you'd have earned his favor. Who, Hades? Or this guy?
A bag of bones, that's what. A skeleton that'll talk your ear off about the bleeding gods. Bah.
Poor Lady Lohanna left this ship in tears when she heard you wouldn't marry her, Commander. And 'tis well that she cries.
I just met her, dude.
How you could have chosen that walking corpse over her is quite beyond me. You'll rue the day. And soon, too.
I took a vote.
I shall not conceal your choice of a partner has been a blow to us lizards. But personally, I can't really hold it against you. Lady Camilla has a frigid nature that makes her difficult to endure, let alone love.
Actually, I quite liked her.
In short, I hope you and Lady Ophelia will be very happy. But beware the zealot Yorick that lurks behind her.
Oh, yeah, no, pissing him off is... Honestly, the fact that I've married her is going to make it way easier to piss him off.
If your decisions on the battlefield were as deplorable as the ones you made regarding the royal nuptials, we'd all have painfully perished by now.
Thanks.
An undead commander? Really? They say that as long as it moves, it's not necrophilia, but in my opinion, you're coming uncomfortably close.
Well, what are you gonna do?
So the slave market is closed, and you've made your pick from among 4 serfs, whether she was willing or not.
Yeah, okay, arranged marriages aren't great, but like... Hey, Catherine, clearly I didn't pick her for the tits. Let's...
Here's hoping Lady Ophelia won't let you walk all over her. But I fear the worst for a woman stemming from that backwardly strict undead society.
Now, okay, duly noted. What say you?
So you got hitched, did you, Commander? Here, here. Wouldn't have gone for Ophelia myself, though. Wouldn't want to bone, well, bone.
Funnily, that's the least offensive thing he's said the entire game. Good for him.
Congratulations, Commander! Ophelia is such a subservient girl, typically undead, but I'm certain she'll bloom aboard the Raven. Dragons are free spirits, which is bound to rub off on her.
Thank you! See, that... One person gets it on this ship. Debatably 2 over here, but one person understands how to be happy at a wedding. God damn. What say you?
Commander,
Okay.
we all rejoice at your safe return. I am here with your princess, your wife-to-be, and shall now proceed with the wedding ceremony. It is here on this ship where conquest is charted and strategy surveyed that you shall pledge your vows. Symbolic, I hope, that love may yet conquer war.
Speaking of, I gotta get to that war table. There's like literally people dying, so...
Our commander and emperor has sworn his devotion by the very act of choosing you, exalted lady, over all others. Only you must now avow your allegiance and dedication, if it pleases.
Yeah, again, people dying on the battlefield, gotta get back to it.
Lady Ophelia, do you take the dragon to be your husband, to love and cherish, now and forever?
My lord and love, I do.
Oh.
Then by the grace of the Almighty Seven, I now pronounce you man and wife. May joy and prosperity be your constant companions. Go forth, be merry, and make merry. Blessed be the both of you.
Hurrah!
And blessed be the 7.
So...
Shell,
okay, yeah.
shot, and now.
What say you?
And then will dawn the day that man-made worm will take a skeleton spouse and rule the realm ever after. Words of prophecy, Commander. Your match was preordained by
Really?
the 7. Every undead in the land will stand by you, battalion after battalion of bone.
That was... There's a prophecy that says that. Maybe he's on to something, because that's, like, really accurate, if that's the case. Like, damn, he nailed that one. Whoever made that prophecy, they got it right. Anyway, let's see the Queen's Quarters, the last area unlocked. Hey, nice digs. Yo, you got a drink cart? I don't get a drink cart. I get some old dude that won't leave me alone. Fucking, God. I do have a nice fireplace, though. But damn, I want a drink cart. Good view, too. Nice, giant, luxurious bed. How fair are you?
Such a pleasant chamber this is. My be-all and end-all. So light and luxurious. Quite different from the rooms I frequented afore. Dark as the grave. Black as the secret branded upon my very being.
Oh no, she's traumatized. Now I have to heal her. How do they reproduce? I believe Arg... When any particular race dies, there is a chance that their souls are returned to the skeletons, and they're reborn as undead. the undead sort of believe that the gods have chosen them to continue to walk the plains, and therefore they're like the blessed, most holy, most chosen. Chosen. Most chosen. So it's a big religious thing with the undead, but they reproduce pretty much by chance when the gods snap their fingers and put a soul back in the skeleton. How are you supposed to create heirs with her? Well, I don't know her full storyline, but I do know a thing or two about her storyline, and boy, we're all in for a treat regarding that, let me tell you.
Oh, I can hide it no longer. It singes my soul. Perchance if I confess its devilish sting will subside. You have been deceived, dearest dragon.
What?
For you have married a princess, destined for decay. Not mine is the holy perpetuity of the bone. A malicious malady mangles my marrow. Thus I have been punished by the Seven. So say the priests of the Skeleton Spire. Though for what insidious infraction I know not. They have forbidden me to seek a cure.
What?
For to do so would be to defy the decrees of the divines. But now that I am here, my love, here with you aboard this wondrous raven, I hope I may as yet counter the cancer that consumes me.
Oh, so she has bone cancer, and because the religious idiots don't believe in medicine, she's dying. And she's like, hey, Emperor, now that we're alone, please help. That's her story.
You'll stand by me, won't you, my love? I long to banish the blight that burdens my body, but I cannot dispel it alone.
We need to save my wife. But that's, after I go to war. First, a bit of war. Recap, whenever somebody dies in this world, they may or may not be reborn as an undead at random. More or less, Arg, yeah, that's about right. Anyway. Yes, so Ophelia's story is saving her bones. But as I said, first a spot of war. Alright, well the Ironclad, damn. This son of a bitch put an Ironclad there, and that stops me from getting to Krowlech? Stops me from going north. Damn, I got 3 armors up there. Oh wait, I can go north this way. Wait a minute. Yep, fucking. Wait a minute. Yes, I have a transport. And I've got, 3 I've got 1 troop in the boat. Sail north, my beauty, to Krowlech, and disembark to claim it as ours. Nice. He has a juggernaut. Oh, that's not good for me. That's bad. That sounds bad. That sounds like a ship I do not want to be fighting. I need some science, and I need a stat. What sort of science are we getting out of here? Well, I can't. Doesn't tell me. 2 science? That's not terrible. 3 science, though. Ooh. If I get up here, I get an additional 2 science. And more units, including Devastators. Oh, if I can get to... There's no way they're going to let me get to Carnaltus, where I would get free bomber balloons and be right behind the guy who's skinning himself. There's no way. Wow, they still haven't taken this war factory, huh? Easy AI is real bad. Okay, let's see. I need to go... Do you have... Oh, you have 3. I thought you had 7 for a second. I was like, what the fuck? We need money. A bank would be good here. Gold mine, yeah. An academy. 1 research point a turn. Yeah. Subversion cards. Yeah, I need buildings. Alright, so get me a gold mine. This is probably gonna become a tavern, just because it's up north. We need to... I need to get there and make that a war factory so I can actually, like... shore up on my resources. They are just patrolling my waters at this point. That is spooky. Taking them out would be great, but that Juggernaut is really a concern. Never been one for war tables? Well, probably wouldn't like this portion of the game then, I expect. See you on Thursday. See you, Arg. Uncharted finale on Thursday. Donkey and Draven MK. A human. Please, yeah. My mom was a dragon and my dad was a human, as far as I know. Big on the ironclads, good lord. She's got Juggernauts too, it looks like. Yeah, those Juggernauts are dangerous. I suppose there's any chance I could take a country and grab a Juggernaut. Should probably move someone into Serpent Pool just to have it, more resources and all that. You're also a war factory, so let's buy 2 grenadiers for here, and I'll move 2 troopers in here just to take Serpent Pool. You. I'm gonna say move 3. How many armors do I have? Just the 1. Alright, I'm gonna move 3 in there to grab those 2 troopers. I should probably be fine. Do need more units though. Probably give me a Zeppelin. And God, that would leave me with no money. I'll save there. See how the turn plays out. My countries grow. They are. Carthan, the butcher, loves just moving his boats around. That dude, you know, and he's like got a giant tub and he's just got rubber duckies everywhere. Wow. Sister that cut her tongue out is taking everything that isn't a war factory. At this rate, she's just gonna let me walk right up and take that war factory. All right, well, he's at least making smart plays. Oh no, he's not going to... Okay, no, he is. Going to Karnathis. Ooh, people are fighting. Who's fighting who, though? I'm not involved in that. At least I don't think I'm involved in that. That looks like the sister and the brother. That looks like sister and the skinned guy. And skinned guy and my other brother, all right. There's Butcher, Skinned Guy, and the Dead King was a bard. He gave birth to 3 legitimate heirs and 1 bastard. So I'm the bastard and the other 3 are crazy. My brother who skinned himself, half-brother. My half-sister who cut her own tongue out. And my half-brother, the Butcher. Anyway, I'm not in any of these fights, so I don't give a shit. The Juggernaut killed a transport. That's crazy. Who'd have thought? The Ironclad killed a transport. Ah, it's crazy. Who'd have thought? If you could take out one of his his Juggernauts, that'd be great. Nope. Okay. Well, actually, she did me a favor and took out a lot of his boats. Undead Princess Ophelia won Emperor's heart, only because he has a skeleton fetish. Anonymous sources claim. Well, I don't know if I can beat that accusation. Imps related. Minefields will claim victims for hundreds of years to come. Entire population in despair. The minefields will claim victims for hundreds of years to come. All right, that's a good article. That is a good article. That's a phenomenal article right there. But yeah, as you can see, my I think everyone fell 5% except the undead, who went up by 20%. Not a huge boost, but honestly, given how much I yell at Yorick, probably needed. The Queen has rewarded me. I've received a dowry of 45 gold and 10 research points. Nice. Yo, that's much needed.
Commander, there's something very important I'd like to talk to you about. I know I've been evasive about the demon, the creature I called the heart of the ship.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that.
But I think the time has come to tell you more. You, after all, are the dragon. Yours should be the prerogative of knowing more than anyone else aboard this vessel, or indeed the realm.
Yeah, please tell me about the demon you enslaved that powers my airship.
Corvus is his name. Raven in the ancient language.
Oh, aren't we clever?
He is at the same time our greatest ally and our greatest foe. For it is from his antediluvian psyche that I wrestle many of the incredible powers Grumio and I make real. But it is he who also provided your siblings with like technologies. So still, through dream walking.
So this demon is basically an arms dealer between dimensions, giving all of us sick-ass weapons. So he's, like, aiming to have us all destroy each other is what I'm hearing. Like, blow ourselves up in an arms race.
This diabolical being, then, who holds our key to victory, but would much rather unbolt the door of defeat, desires to address the dragon. He has wanted to do so from the beginning. And though I had rather you'd never meet this thing of insidious evil, I recognize such is not my decision to make. So find me in my study, and I will show you how to find Corvus.
Okay.
I realize, my friend, this revelation of mine must leave you with more questions than answers.
Yeah, mainly what the fuck?
In the royal chamber, where reigns the precious presence of privacy, I shall answer any queries you may still have, to the best of my abilities.
Okay, hey York, don't tell everyone that there's a literal He's just leaving. Don't tell everyone there's a literal demon on the ship powering it. You were right there, so you definitely heard all of that.
It has come to my attention that Lady Ophelia has been consulting some impish quack, hoping he'll be able to offer her a cure for the malady that afflicts her.
That sounds great! What a great place to start.
Silly girl. If the Seven deemed it fit to brittle her bones, she should accept their judgment.
Oh, you are not going to get along with me. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now, sir. Well, I see you've made the place your own. Interesting. In this world, she's her husband's property, so it's up to us. I mean, I guess, but like, on the other hand, love the decor. 10 out of 10 interior design.
My moon and sun, joyous tidings. I have not half the time hence it takes my hourglass to void its life. Parlayed with an imp of wise and cryptic nature, a shaman widely idolized among his kind.
Go on.
He has ensured me he can concoct a brew laced with ingredients of most mystic fancy that will drive the sickness from my bones.
Coffin for two.
Much like a single burst of your mighty fire breath would cleanse a kobold-cluttered lair.
Sounds great! You're saying Yorick has no power over her. Oh yeah, correct, absolutely.
And yet, apprehension doth beset me. Caution stays my hand. Should I not witness first the broth's effect on one of a more robust and steady disposition? An orc, say, a creature, so I am told, that could bed the Black Death itself and greet the morn unscathed.
It seems illogical to test this mess on our species. Why not test on a few undead who are suffering the same disease you are? There's merit there. You're wise to not blindly trust this shaman. Besides, no one will miss an orc. If this drug proves to be deficient, go ahead and arrange it. That feels a little... I don't want to disagree with my wife, but it does make more sense, I think, to test it on an undead than on an orc when you, an undead, are the one hoping it cures an undead. So I'm gonna say maybe find some people who suffer this same illness and test it on them?
That means it will be me who shall deliver them unto the Reaper, or from him. Only the Seven can tell. If such is thy counsel, my love, then so shall it be.
I mean, find some guys who are like, well, it's a better shot than nothing, right? That's all I'm saying. I just don't know what testing it on orcs will do. Hey,
I'm ever so sorry to hear that Lady Ophelia is a bit under the weather, Commander. But if she wants to see a medicine man, there is none better than Bowderhar Bungle Brewer, MD.
Yeah, this further his name's Bungle Brewer? Bungle Brewer. Okay. Hey, what does MD stand for in Imp?
I used to be a short-sighted, big-eared, large-nosed eyesore of an imp. But look at me now. He's a miracle worker, that shaman.
The results speak for themselves. Either you have...
What would you inquire of me?
Something to say?
Come.
Hey, Edmund, what do you call the stuff that comes out of your lizard dick?
Come.
Thank you, that's all I wanted to know.
A demon I have bound, but sometimes I wonder who the true captive is. It takes my utter concentration not to be trapped by his tempting promises.
Sorry, is there a portal to hell in my fireplace? Because what the fuck? Really? When I'm out at my war table, you're just doing that? From your tale I gather, how come you know so much about the events when you're yourself in the dark until very recently? Where else would you put your portal to hell? I'd rather not have a portal to hell! Fire pussy, I don't want that either. Maybe if I'm a dragon, but like, I don't want that either. How can we know about all these events when you're yourself in the dark until very recently?
Why, Corvus told me, of course.
You trust
He'll
him?
tell you everything if you ask, for he relishes in the opportunity to unfold his plans. See you react when he tells you how he set in motion the ruin of the empire you gave your life for. How, in your case, he helped kill your mother.
What?
Grief, hate, anger, any emotion you betray, he'll notice and drink it in like a prize brandy.
He sounds like an asshole. He's a dream walker. Elaborate.
The term is pretty much self-descriptive, actually.
Oh.
You've talked to Grumio, haven't you? Well, there you go. The raven sings to him, he says. Shows him pretty miracles. That's just Corvus toying with him. Just like he toys with your brothers and sisters. The demon can't help itself. He invades people's minds and plays havoc with them.
This guy sounds like a jerk. Why did we make him an airship?
As long as he teaches useful things, though, he can be a blessing. Because that excitable imp down in the engineering bay would never have thought of something as outlandish as a jetpack, unless he saw it in a fantasy of the night. That much I can assure you.
I don't know. Imps are pretty creative.
In a word, yes. I know the game he plays. I too have once been tempted by demonic gifts, but never have I succumbed to their attraction. He is ready to wield the greatest and most ghoulish sorcery of all, Magia Sanguinis. Foreboding words. For blood magic demands blood. Do not forget.
God, if only there was a way to remember I needed blood for blood magic. I'm ready to meet Corvus.
Indeed I can. No corridor leads to the dismal vault he haunts, but enter the flames of the fireplace, and afore Corvus you shall find yourself. If you wish it. I myself, I recommend no such visit.
Blood for the blood god. Thank you, Tim. Alright, well, I need to go at least meet the guy, right? Into the fireplace. Oh! Huh. Gotta be honest, I'm not sure what I was expecting, but, you are terrifying.
At last we meet, Dragon Knight. Too long have I sensed your steadfast tread along my halls. like a reverberation through the spine. Too long have I heard your voice linger, like the recollection of a dream near forgotten. Too long have we been intangibly intimate without having made one another's acquaintance.
Wood.
I am Corvus, the Raven, the Demon. I am what makes this ship a source of inconceivable power. And unbeknownst to you, I am your greatest ally. Greater than the wizard, your generals, and your armies combined.
I don't know. I had a pretty sweet army at the end of Act 1. Xenomorph look-alike. He is a little xenomorphy. He's a bit gooier around the neck. He's also got, like, this weird beak going on here. And a pointed chin. Xenomorph's much rounder head. But yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Today we finally look one another in the eyes.
Do we?
Both of us relish in the promise locked within.
What do you want of me, demon? You say you're my ally, but you aid the ones I fight. Yeah, what the fuck's up with that?
Indeed I do. For all I desire is war. I pick no sides. I spare no creature.
Well...
War, blood, dark days of death innumerable. That is what I crave. Naxos, I give nothing freely. That accursed wizard I make work for his revelations. But that fatuous imp, him I give my knowledge for free, so that he may pass it on to you. The one who will burn and battle the better for it.
Well, I guess I can respect a businessman. To an extent.
But to give you power so that I may have my pleasures. I suffer in this lonely place where that devilish sorcerer tears in strips my mind and takes off with shattered memories. The fragments of true potential that might have been.
I see.
And yet I remain free in dreams. For in dreams I have dominion. Long do I sleep, roam in reverie and wander worlds of wonder. Dimensions you can neither behold nor comprehend. There have I found what I shall give you, in return for the deathless soul that is life's blood.
So... that's literal, right?
Dearest dragon, so rash, so impetuous. But fine, I will tell you. All I want is blood. Thick, sweet, dripping ruby blood. It nourishes me. It sustains me. Give me least to walk the dreams of your peoples. I devour them in sleep, and yours will be untold powers.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Or perhaps you desire the affection of those whose benefit you need. If it is the dwarven favor you are after, for instance, I can attune their allegiance in the night. If I'm allowed to feast on the plump, bloody souls of others, that is.
Interesting.
And if you want to taste true power, want to experience the true richness of demonic might, you will give me your wife, dragon.
About that.
Render her unto me, so she may become a blood servant, and the ruthless radiance of domination will be yours.
Yeah, about that. Need to transfer your Dominion service to your new place? True. Having done that before, Clover, I can say you can just go to their website and be like, hey, on this day, stop billing me here, start billing me at this location on this day. It's real easy online. Hey, listen. Blood God here. Guy who craves only blood and says my wife would be your biggest prize. She's a skeleton. There's no... Like, you seem kind of literal about the blood, and my wife is not... That you ever heard the expression "get blood from a turnip"? It's kinda the same thing. I don't think you're gonna get what you're looking for from my wife. Just saying. Ahem. Why are you asking permission if you can just walk around in dreams anyway?
I am but a slave now, bound by a demon's oath to serve the one that bound me.
Wow.
No more than an infernal genie in a rather exceptional bottle. Give me leave.
I see.
And I can claw for the things I crave.
I see. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Yeah, no, don't mind me. I'm just gonna go. Hey, engineering bay. Maybe stop listening to the voices in your head.
My lord?
Where do you think it comes from, this technology you create?
The wizard will say it's all his doings, of course, but I know he's keeping secrets from me. Half of the things I hammer together he never even showed me. No, the Raven did.
The Raven?
She is alive, somehow. She likes me. She instructs me.
Well, yeah.
She must have been there all along to help your father conquer the world. One hell of a girl, wouldn't you say, Commander?
Well, I don't want to break the guy's heart. See you later. Anyway, ahem. Amateur Master, 40. Ooh, I can get another one. Juggernauts, and I could get my precious bomber balloons. I do love my bomber balloons. At 18, though. I could actually get a 20. And then I'd be at 30. Whereas if I wait now, I'd be at a 50. So I could, in theory, get an advancement. Sorry, hold on. My mother texted me. Okay. Car stuff. I need a new car, and just by pure coincidence, she happens to be in the market for a new car, so she's giving me her old one. Very lucky there. Anyway, if I wait around, I can get a Juggernaut or a bomber balloon, and I do really like the bomber balloons. I might wait around on advancement. I think I'm gonna wait around. All right, away we go. Back to the table. Once again, the man likes his boats. Your guys' Juggernaut should fight each other so that I'm not the one doing it. Could get to Clawberry. Is that Clawberry? Clawdree. Got you. God, there's a lot of resources here. I want a tavern here. Get me mercenary cards. Now then, I want these armors. Can't put any on you, so I'll throw a trooper on you. Can get there, no problem. Unload! He's gonna get this Devastator and Hunter. Oh no, that's a Ironclad. I don't think he'll get that at all. I need a war factory on this island. Thank Christ for the dowry I got from marrying Ophelia. Because now I can afford a war factory on this island, and suddenly I'm looking pretty. I am in an excellent spot on this island with my war factory. That being said, he's marching with his troopers. We've got 3 grenadiers and 1 armor. That's not terrible. Over here with my war factory, he's got a juggernaut and wow, he has really got this area locked down. He does not want me reinforcing this area across his waters, which is crazy. He's over here. What do you give a shit? I guess it does lock me down even from going this way. That's something I don't like about the war table. Even though he's only got 1 boat and it's over here, if I go northeast like this, that guy's gonna know I'm there and there will be a fight. That is locked off, though, as a result. So is that. That's free and clear, I think. It is. Oh, you need to switch renter's assurance? Yeah, I gotta talk to the insurance company regarding my car. Let's see. I'm thinking... Transport could get there, actually. And not be accosted by anyone. But I'm thinking, for buying units, we need some air support. Give me warlocks and give me... Give me another Devastator. Can send it to the mainland with a transport. Alright, so I'm making money moves up there. I built some buildings. Right. I'm just gonna save the game here. That war factory can start building units to shore up next turn. Same with this guy. Although, I'll throw 1 guy there. And end turn. I might need juggernauts just to compete with my damn siblings running all over the place with their boats. Alright, now she's taking, war factories. Alright. Seems like the borders are being drawn. Now, there's a battle happening here. Her 2 juggernauts versus his 1. I'd love for them to take each other out. That'd be great. But yeah, seems like the borders are drawn. Raven's seat still unclaimed, along with Antifer and Kamilahara? Kamilakala, excuse me. Kamilakala, whatever. So yeah, a couple islands and this area here between my silent sister and myself. I've definitely not got a small chunk of land here. Alright. 1 battle and it's not mine. Well, yeah, my sister is wrecking my butcher brother. Much as I love the balloons, like I said, juggernauts might be the way to go. Queen consults him, shaman. Yorick enraged. It's not medicine, it's medicine. Dickhead. Queen kills kinsman with imp tea. Stick to beer and mishaps like this won't happen, Sir Falstaff alleges. Oh, did the kinsman die? That's...
I've been meaning to thank you, Commander, for acting upon Catherine's request. My new wages please me in more ways than one.
Of course.
She has a knack for such issues, and though she's rather bellicose in expressing them, I hope you'll heed them all the same.
Well, thank you. Why, what's she done now?
By the 7, such heresy that hellcat of a Catherine spouts. Championing the right of our women to vote is sacrilege, pure.
Why?
And simple. They'd beat her and put her behind bars where I come from.
That sounds awful. Why is women voting bad, Yorick? What possible reason is there? Let me guess, you have something to say. Otherwise, why'd you be in the bar?
There's no more expensive a commodity than a woman, Commander.
Yeah, but it's
and
worth
now
it.
you've increased their salaries as well. My stomach turns when I eye the royal coffers empty at such a rate.
We're doing fine. Your solution to save money is to not pay women. That's like... What?
Catherine be damned. Give her a finger, and she'll take the whole hand. Well, I got a finger to give her. God's darn it.
So do I. A big old thumbs up, Catherine. I assume that's what you meant, Falstaff.
Just a little while ago, Commander, you broke a lance for women aboard this ship.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And now I need you to break another of a far more serious, shocking, and I fear resilient kind. I'm talking of an injustice that could only have gone by unhindered in a land under the greasy thumb of a man as oblivious to the plight of his mothers, sisters, and lovers as the worm is to the vast world around it.
Hey, wow, she didn't insult me that time. Love that.
It is my fondest hope that you shall prove to be a worm, not a worm.
Ah, clever.
By uprooting one of the many, but perhaps most glaring crimes against womankind that is institutionalized among the undead. A blight upon Rivellon. That is their ill-called civilization. Led by old farts, dry of bone and dry of spirit, that say females must be subservient because the divines decree it so.
Yo, the divines sound boring and stupid.
Rot. They put whatever words will secure their pathetic hold to despotic hegemony in the Seven's mouths. But the vote, Commander, can change everything. Undead women can be candidates for government, but they themselves aren't allowed to vote, and therefore never get elected.
Well, that's sneaky. That's just sneaky.
You then shall either undo this gross travesty, this ignominious perversion, or by refusal admit you two are nothing but a barren weed, afraid to be plucked, ridiculed, and cast aside by willful women, just like those skeletal cowards.
Can I give women the right to vote and also have them pluck me and cast me aside by willful women? I'd like to meet these women, is what I'm saying. Sorry, Catherine, dear, I'm not changing age-old traditions. Blah, 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 blah. Smoke my cigars that don't look penile in any way. Anyway, York will scream bloody murder. Good. These people are perpetuating an injustice that must be addressed. Women will have the vote.
The least one can do for them. Better late than never, wouldn't you say, Commander?
Easiest decision of my life. All right. Let's go to a much harder decision. Do I get bomber balloons or juggernauts? Damn. This is truly one that I have to ruminate on. So these bomber balloons. Ah, they're so good. Well, all right. Not riveting footage there or anything. Heavy aerial units. They're good against sea and ground units. I like that. Take out the boats. They're weak against air units and ironclads. Ironclads specifically. So that they could be a good counter to the juggernauts, actually. Can they go over the water? They get 3 movement. Juggernauts get 2. They're weak against air units. Oh, it seems like the bomber's the way to go. I was thinking get some juggernauts to counter their juggernauts. The balloon is where it's at. To the skies, gentlemen. We've got bomber balloons. Bomber? I hardly know her, but I will soon. Anyway, I apologize for nothing. Let's see. How much are bomber balloons? They're only 16. I can get 2 bomber balloons right now. 2! Also, aerial units are up to a 50% discount. I can get 4 bomber units right now. That's great. I can get 3 there. I'm gonna play the card. Whoops. Aerial units can be reduced to 50% discount. Yeah. Is it just that, like, country? Anyway, I'll take 2 for the price of 1. Could get a 3rd, but, you know, I only want 2 right there for now. I would also like one over here. Yeah, it's just that country. Damn. All right. Give me a 3rd one down there in case it goes awry. This is woefully unguarded, is the problem. I do have 5 troopers there. 1 armor, a transport, and a trooper. Getting units there is tricky because they really like guarding the waters. But this is unguarded, the fools. Which means I can throw you there, sail this way and unload, and now I've bolstered some forces. I love it. Tragically, this ironclad's got me locked in because he controls all that water, but that one's nice and free. Might need juggernauts to protect my waters, is what's happening. Create some nice pathways. Anyway, classic. Oh, okay, we're on save game. Yep, okay. Let's see how this plays. Yep, they are moving their boats. They really like moving their boats. Okay, yep. The Silent Sister's shown up. Yeah, the borders are being drawn. And they've claimed that over there. Alright, well, who's fighting? Not me. I'll tell you that much. I don't know if an armor and a trooper can hold that up there. But I would like to get something else going up there. Maybe science? It's already giving... That's giving 5 science? Oh, I definitely want to get an observatory up there. Anyway, yeah, slap each other around. But if you could kill more of her juggernauts, that'd be great, butcher brother of mine. Alright, well, you got one of her transports, so I appreciate that. Undead women allowed to vote. Emperor sweeps aside centuries of sacred tradition. Damn straight I do. Oh, what do you think, Yorick?
How dare you, Commander, to interfere with the will of the gods? Now it is women, emotional, irrational, vain, who will decide upon matters of state. We will be a laughingstock, downtrodden by the Seven. All because of you.
You know other nations have women with voting, right? And they're not laughing stocks? Just saying.
A bold move, Commander, to give undead women the vote, but an inspired one as well. To be pulled from behind the cooking fires and cast into the maelstrom of office will be daunting for them, but I have every faith they'll do all right.
Damn straight. To the bar, then. Dude, you're being very... Yeah, that guy's being real emotional for someone who's not so emotional.
Sup, Commander? The battle is lost and won, Commander. Victory and defeat make for incestuous lovers after the undead elections. The women triumphed, swept aside their toothless tyrants, wielding the brooms they were forced to sweep the floors with. Alas, that they do so very little with what they have been given, being as slavishly devoted to the divines as their earthly enslavers before them.
Oh, but why is it incestuous? Why did you... Why, though?
But who knows? Change may yet come, and if it does, you will have been its instigator.
You're welcome. Off to the throne room.
Commander, we the lizards think that even though you fight to attain peace,
True.
strife is inevitable as
True.
long as monarchs occupy the throne. Sooner or later, they become dictatorial and go to war on a whim. Our end goal.
But
is
if
to
I'm
make
the
Lisbon
only
a republic.
one...
But first, we want to see if the majority of all the civilized races truly wants this. Which is why I'm asking for
Oh, a
permission
referendum.
to hold a referendum. Do you want a government that is despotic or democratic in nature? That is the question we shall ask.
There's, like... It's a referendum, yeah. What the fuck do I care? Go for it. Whether or not I do it is a different matter, but a referendum, sure, go for it.
Well, this talk about a republic is criminal, Commander.
Of course it is,
Would upset
York.
the god's divine order. Deny the lizard. Deny her firmly.
Of course you think that. Boy, you have yet to take a W except in choice of wife.
Even though we elves do think people are basically equal to one another,
Wow.
we nevertheless have a deep reverence for the age-old noble bloodlines from which the greatest of our kin descend without fail. And look at nature. Bees have a queen, do they not? No republic there. No. I don't think this referendum should be held.
Gonna be honest, it's a little bit different, but also, shut up. The argument of ancient bloodlines and nobles and royals is a terrible one with me. I hate that institution.
Commander, if you're going to go about asking the common folk for their opinion on matters of state, we'll end up with clowns in the courtroom, candy dispensers instead of taxmen, and the total collapse of a workable government before you can say free gilded carriages for everyone is actually not a very good idea. Referendum? Rubbish.
Boy, 10 years ago, you might have been called an idiot. He's a little more right than I would like to be comfortable admitting.
Imps are notoriously fickle, Commander.
Wow,
We
they're
change our
all
minds
against
each
this.
time the wind changes direction. No, best to have one leader to decide what's what. You're not doing too bad a job, so why hold a referendum about resignation, eh?
Why is everyone against a It's just a referendum. It's not... Like, it's not... I'm not committing to being a republic. It's just a referendum, guys. God, it's like me asking chat who I should vote for. Although I did abide by that. Or who I should marry, rather. I did abide by that, but still... The worker bees can turn to the queen. If there's no queen, then they can under emergency circumstances. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I say have the referendum. Whether or not I go with it is a different matter, but yeah, have the referendum.
This is but a first step, Commander, and though you can still dismiss the referendum's findings if they prove to be not of your liking,
Got an achievement.
I thank you for allowing us to go ahead nonetheless. Very few monarchs would have done so.
Apparently the last time I played this game, I said, fuck you, and went with monarchs. The monarch being me. I also, did she just shake her titties at me? I also might have just been like, well, that's the popular choice is to say no, so. Yeah, she just shook her titties at me. Good for her. Thank you for that.
Giving the populace a chance to corrupt itself, Commander. The Divine Order is at stake. 7 protect us.
I'm just saying we can hold, it's not,
My opinion is that you'll come to regret this decision, Commander. Let us await the results. But because of the very way Prosper's question is phrased, I think I can predict the outcome.
I will give you, she is asking a loaded question. That's not lost on me, but still.
Well then, as for the clowns in the throne room, there's one already for your making a fool of yourself, Commander. People might vote pro all this democracy rot. Then where will you be?
I've got a sick-ass airship, and I can turn into a dragon. It's a pretty good argument for a lot of things, actually.
Bloody hell. I hope you know what you're doing, Commander. My answer will read despotic, but I wonder how many more of those there will be.
All right, he wants a monarch. Got it. Well, off to the off to the research table. Ooh, if I get a 20, I can then afford my juggernauts next turn. Mine High Club. I love it. I don't even know what they do, but I love it. See you, Grumio. Off to the war table. Okay. Yes, well... I may have put myself in a bad position. As nice as it was doing a quick and dirty land grab, I now am staring down war on like 3 different sides, and that could be an issue. Tavern. There's no one in here. Do I have a transport here? I do have a transport here. Okay. I have some troopers. There we go. Would love to get science here, but I also love to protect it. Could sweep around to grab the balloon. That would be quite something. That'd be quite the move. Free bomber balloons is a good thing. The Bay of Skulls. Bleh. That war factory is just primed for the taking, and they're ignoring it, which is crazy. He's ignoring it. He's got 2 transports. He's ignoring it. It's ripe for the picking. Whatever. You, my friend... Okay, can balloons move over water? They can! Balloons can move over water. Interesting. I think I'm gonna send 1 balloon this way. To act as defense. That's probably good. They're relatively isolated and shored up. These guys I'm concerned about because there's a transport right there. Would love to get a academy going to boost my science and subversion cards. Love that for me. Bomber balloon. Okay, so I do have 1 balloon here. There's no one in this water. You're gonna move here. Do I have cards? I do not have cards. Okay. You're gonna build. I've got 18. You're gonna build 2 Devastators. I do seem to keep bankrupting myself somehow. Oh, they can only build 1, eh? They sure can only build 1 unit. Alright, never mind. Well, I got 1 Devastator. The imps love me, though. 75%. And I think I'll shore up on the capital with... I'm looking with transports over at the capital. None. I think I'll shore up with the transport. Before spending money on bomber balloons. Anyway. Alright, make some plays, build some buildings, move some boys. Yep. I think all of the, assuming they took that war factory finally, I think all of the areas are taken, yeah. Don't know who will take that war factory, though. They're building units. Oh, interesting. Butcher fights the skinned one. Let's go to battle. Yeah, I'm betting the Juggernaut and the Ironclads are going to take out the transports. On the other hand, wow! Wow, that's a hell of a loss for the Butcher. 2 Ironclads and a Juggernaut got beat by 4 transports. Damn. That was probably the best outcome. He's only got one transport left, and that guy lost all his warships. Happy day for me. Emperor says he's unfit to rule, allowing Empire endangering referendum. Undead women rise to power. Chaos feared in undead lands. I've gained lizard favor. Extra 50 support in all countries. Nice. And mercenaries. You'll love to see that. What do you want now, Yorick?
Hell's bells, Commander. I knew something would go awry as soon as I saw that charlatan shaman aboard the ship. God's eye thee sternly if you don't do your utmost to save the souls of my kin. Those unfortunates that had to suffer impish infamy at the hands of that sham simpleton.
What now? Gotta be honest, I don't know what you're talking about, York. I'm gonna speak to my wife on this matter.
Oh, my heart and soul, how I have prayed for your swift return. Never should I have allowed desperation to trump circumspection. I am entirely to blame for what has happened. The imp's potion. Seven bless us. One might as well apply magma to alleviate sunburn.
Ow! Harsh.
My wretched brethren. They drank the shamanic brew, presuming it to be tea.
Why did you lie to them and say it was tea?
Afore my very eyes, their once proud frames toppled in upon themselves and turned to powder upon the barren floor.
God damn!
Only their souls remain, hovering helplessly upon capricious currents like ephemeral jewels evoked from stardust.
That is rough.
Long as these remain, however, their existence upon our earthly plane has yet to end, and they may perchance be given refuge. So Yorick demands the provision of living vessels. But Mr. Trinculo swears employing the technology of his people is the more sensible course to steer.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by provisions of living vessels? Trust the imps a second time, doing so endanger your kinsmen even further. We'll pick a couple condemned prisoners and replace their brains with undead souls. Oh! That's what they mean. York can make demands all day long, but I'm going to force some random people to give I'm not going to force random people to give their lives for the sake of souls. If machinery can save them, on the other hand, all the better. Oh, yeah.
Though I have come to dread the ramifications induced by impish machinations, I must concede to your wishes when confronted with your will and wisdom.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that to even condemned prisoners. Like, fuck. Love you, bye. I'm going to the bar. And then I'm going to the war. Hello, sir.
This is a tad embarrassing, Commander. Never have I known any of Bungle Brew's grogs to turn queer all of a sudden. Lady Ophelia
had some
must
stank
have
on that.
it wrong or something.
Wow.
That really is the only explanation.
Really, is it? Bungle Brew didn't maybe, I don't know, bungle the fucking brew?
Commander?
I like that he tries to call me commoner and catches himself. Good touch.
What would you inquire of me, Commander?
Well, nothing really. To the war room to build war. All right, give me the juggernaut. Love it. Wow, and I am right. Well, okay, I'm right with the money. I'm not right with the technology. Can't afford anything else. All right, to the war table. But it's fine. We build juggernauts. People love juggernauts. This guy has 1 transport and 4 troopers. He's actually looking a bit vulnerable right here. 2 troopers. Yeah, he's looking pretty vulnerable, but I still want to take this guy out first. What do we have, oh butcher brother of mine? Well, we have my sister's juggernaut polluting the waters. That's no good. 10 grenadiers, 12 hunters, 5 armor, 8 troopers, and 2 devastators. Okay, so you're well guarded. Yeesh. 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1. Methinks. Methinks I need an improvement. Got 29 gold. How much is a juggernaut? 20. Ugh. Expensive. Oh yeah, what are my... How do I play... How do I play the this card? How do I play the this card? I want to play that card. The bridge. Well, money is a little tight, is the problem. Huh. Alright, with 29, I'm thinking... Because I have to do something, don't I? Shaman and Grenadier for here. That front line. I have 18, I need to be careful. A hunter for here. Now I have 11. And a hunter for here. Or I could show up with more armor. Alright. We're just buying units. We are buying units. Letting our horrible siblings fight and buying our units. I would also really appreciate more, like, clear paths before I go, engaging in brutal warfare. Wow. Silent Sister's really fucking boosting her stuff. Skin Guy just keeps building transports, though. How come the men really like boats and the woman is building a terrifying army? Ah, he's got troops. 1 gig's a lot of internet if you're not, like, streaming. If you're streaming like me, 1 gig is probably what you want. Decent internet, yeah, you're looking at 400 Mbp there. 200 is pretty slow. It's cheap, but it's pretty slow. 400 will suit general sort of browsing and whatnot. You could also ask Nathan. He's a bit more experienced in such things. He does, like, tech support. Just bother him on Discord. He loves that. Alright, well, let them fight. Transport. Well, I was about to say, his transports are pretty good, but not today, I guess. Yep. I mean, a little expected. Yeah, I gotta get my own boats out there. Their juggernauts are ripping things apart. I got my transports out quick and dirty. Which paid off. I've got a lot of land, but they control the waters now. Caught in the act. Emperor blatantly copies enemy juggernaut design. Boy, I sure did. Population wonder, where's all this money coming from? You have 300 at your current place for 25 a month, but can't keep Fios? Ah. Shame that. Souls fuse with machines. Cybernetic revolt, matter of time. So Battle 500. Oh, that work out? Anyway.
I hear Trinculo's daughter is about to be married.
Hooray!
She's over the moon, which I quite understand. But isn't she, well, very, very young? Seems a bit odd to me. Girls her age should be playing with dolls, not husbands.
Excuse me, Oberon. I need to have a word with Trinculo. Hey, Trinculo. Random question. How old's your daughter?
Smoldering muskets, Commander. So kind of you to come and congratulate me. My daughter's about to marry quite the catch. Richest imp in the borough and manufacturer of build-it-yourself home cannons. One lucky little lady.
Yeah, cool. So, I'm gonna go to the bar. Wonder if Catherine has something to say about this. Ah, crazy, she does.
Commander, a matter has arisen that impels me to seek your benevolence. Once more, a young girl is made to suffer at the hands of male overlords.
Okay, listen, I literally just went through what was essentially an arranged marriage. There's only so much I can do here without looking like a hypocrite. How young is the daughter? Like, answer me that.
It's these horrid arranged marriages. Long have they been a thorn in my side, and now one of your own counselors, that toad of a Trinculo, is giving away his daughter like she was a pretty piece of furniture to some decrepit old duke because the alliance will benefit him financially.
Frankly, based. Main issue, how old is the kid?
The girl's 12.
Okay.
For heaven's sake.
We're not,
and that
yeah.
grey goat she must marry 100 if he's
We're-
a day.
We're not doing that.
Detestable.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
vile.
Yup.
But why am I even talking to you? You're just the same. Picked the princess that sat on the biggest pot of gold and moved on.
Did I? I let chat vote, but yeah, no, little different when it's a 12-year-old versus a political marriage for the ambassador reasons.
Well, I've had it. That girl stuck in your chamber is beyond saving, but Trinculo's daughter
Rude.
is not. Impede this wedding, Commander, right this instant.
Arranged marriages, what's the counter argument? Among the nobility have long been an accepted part of politics. I remember being told you did the same thing with your sons when you were queen. All right, well, we're all hypocrites, aren't we today, Catherine? Yeah, no, that aside, I'm gonna have to step in on a 12-year-old marrying a 100-year-old. That's, as my character puts it, quite unacceptable. Draft a lot says women must themselves consent to marriage before nuptials are allowed. That's a little flawed. Maybe just like put a hard cap on an age. How about 20? Just make it 20. Why not? I don't know how imps work, but 12 and 18, 12 and 100, probably not, right?
Excellent. And add age restrictions as well.
Thank
If
you.
parents try to coerce her, a 20-year-old can stand up to them better than a mere girl. Well done, Commander. Not bartered, but cherished let our women be.
Agreed. Also, unrelated. You want to get like a drink later? You, me, and Scarlet? We could just hang out. Don't invite Henry or Edmund, just us three. You invite Prospera and my wife, but that's it. Just girls' night and me. I know I'm not officially a girl, but girls' night and me. Get the bartender with the huge skeleton unnaturals as well, for reasons. Ahem. Anyway. Can't afford any of the master stuff. Expert. Ooh, I could get, I could get imp fighters. Get those planes going. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Token's dream, girls' night and Token. Oh, hell yeah. Talk shit on men and paint our nails. I should do that again. It's been a while since I painted my nails. I rather liked having painted nails. And it's Pride Month. What a time to have painted nails. Hey, listen. Hey, sister, I've been relatively inactive in this war for the second half, letting you guys fight it out. What the fuck is this transport doing 1 millimeter from my shore? Okay? Like, there's a limit, all right? Cool your damn jets. Sister cut her own tongue out. Unbelievable. The audacity of some people. We don't invite her to girls' night. I guess I don't get to say I'm a man, but like, can we not invite my sister who cut her own tongue out? That would be great, thanks. Why is no one, like, it? Are you just... Also, sister who cut your own tongue out, move a unit, you've got 3 guys here, move 1 south. It's 4 gold a turn and a factory, like, for free. I don't want to tell you how to defeat me in the war, but this is just frustrating. Like, did you not see it there when you last looked at the map? Crazy. I like that you can get a boat, like, up in this little crook here. Anyway, let's see. I've got 31 money. Could get a juggernaut. Could finally start bringing the fight to the seas. might be useful. Do I have any cards? Not. I need to build, if I can. The only place that isn't... I guess I can build here a Parliament for strategy cards. Yeah, let's build a Parliament. Got a Parliament going. Anyway, 21 left. Get me a bomber balloon for the capital, because they're just good units. How are you looking? 1 transport and 1 trooper? This is woefully unguarded, sis. 3 grenadiers is much better. 1 trooper, 1 grenadier. You've spread your armies quite thin. This is completely unguarded. This is the border with my brother, and it's just unguarded. Same with this tavern you have here. I think that's Parliament. This is... Wow, easy is easy. They are just leaving things on the table for me to claim and pick. That being said, they have water supremacy right now, which is a little bit of a problem. Not a lot I can do about that. Could drop this in the ocean. 85% chance to win. Start fighting against some of their boats. Alternatively, 3 there. I could move into Katzenstein. 1 gold, 3 science. It could be good. Could be good. He's spread quite thin. Silva Draconis is completely abandoned. I could probably take this, no issue. 4. Well, I mean, I'm not doing anything else with these grenadiers, am I? There are 3 grenadiers this way. And I'll throw this way. Yeah, 88. All right, let's get this show on the road, huh? I've bolstered my forces enough. Time to save the game and get a war started, shall we? I don't think anyone's made grabs for anyone else's land yet. It's just been water battles. They are ridiculously, like, damn. Sybil, my crazy sister who cut out her tongue. They are really bolstering. They're sending their own balloon. Shit. They're weak against air units. I need imp fighters and zeppelins out there. Stat. Get me some warlocks. Need to counter their balloons. Or his balloon. I don't know if everyone has a balloon yet or not. Yeah, it seems like their actual armies are shit, but they're really, really building their capital. They've got entire brigades on their capital. 88%. Yeah, I'll take that odd. Doesn't even have a card. I only have $5, so I can't afford to hire any of my generals. Whoops. I have 1 mercenary card, some zeppelins. Start battle with 500 recruits. Shamans will have the cripple ability. I don't have any shamans. 50 recruits. I might as well burn some of these cards, right? 90% versus 11. Yeah, I'll take those odds. I will take those odds. That was so easy. Yay, bomber balloons. Annihilated those troopers. Just like that, Katzenstein is ours. All right. Many wonder if the Emperor can keep it up, torn between man and dragon. I took 1 country. Emperor abolishes arranged marriage. Just another way to consolidate our power, says nobility. Yes, the lizards love me. Can't get enough of me. Even though I ruined a marriage, imps like me, elves, dwarves and undead do not like me. Although, 20%, given how much I yell at the undead about how they suck, ain't bad. Dwarves really hate me. I can decrease their money. Nice. Anyway.
Not all elves may agree, but in my opinion, you did a noble thing by outlawing arranged marriages. Well done, Commander.
Wish I had done that, a little bit ago when I had an arranged marriage. Now I look like an asshole, but sure.
I'd like to decapitate that Catherine Witch and use her head for a cannonball.
That's extreme.
How dare she mingle with my affairs? You don't give daughters a choice. Of course, she won't marry that dear old Duke now. Oh, I could have mingled in the highest circles. Owned a castle in the Gordian Glades. Damn the witch. Damn her.
Don't you have like 20 kids? Not a single one of them is old enough to be like closer to an appropriate age? Fuck's sakes, man. Anyway, let's go to the bar to celebrate with Catherine. And I guess Falstaff is here for some reason.
Bravo, Commander. Your new law regarding the requirement of girls' and women's consent to marry has caused a wave of enthusiasm among the populace. The romantic ruler is your latest sobriquet. Ironic, wouldn't you say?
That title's gonna get me so laid.
Ironic, yes. For of course you yourself haven't given up on your politically picked wife and went forth in pursuit of love. Such is the way of emperors. They preach, but hardly practice.
What do you want from me? All right? What do you want?
Commander, I wouldn't dream of marrying off my daughters at the age of 12.
Oh, good, we agree.
But to abandon political marriages altogether, that will undermine a centuries-old way of achieving increased social stature. One you yourself made use of, I might add.
Not wrong. Not wrong. I definitely had an arranged marriage. But yeah, definitely, like, 12 was not okay. That was not okay. To the throne room!
Do you want a government that is despotic?
Oh,
or
we're doing this
democratic
now.
in
We're
nature?
doing this now, huh?
That was the question, Commander.
Thought
And
we'd wait a
the
little
results of
bit.
our referendum have just come in. As a Republican, I am very glad to announce that a slight majority of the populace answered with
Republican
the
must
word
mean something different
democratic.
where she's from.
Their will is clear. They want a president chosen by the people for the people. So will you grant them their wish, Commander? Will you allow us to organize elections?
Okay, even you who are for this say a slight majority of the populace. Which should I wed? The undead woman. I married the skeleton, Nathan. Will I give them their wish and allow organized elections? I mean, again, in theory, how much of a slight majority are we talking? Because if it's like 50.1% versus 49.9%, we might need to, like, re-examine this here, because that's pretty split. The far right one? Hey, I let chat vote, Nathan. I let chat vote, and they wanted the skeleton. All right, I seem to be able to get... I'm going to guess everyone's against the elections except her. People like monarchies except her.
You've been gambling with your gods-given right to the throne, Commander, but you may hold on to it yet. Stay true to the Seven. They gave you an empire, but it is not yours to give away.
The women you marry, Nathan, are very different from the advisors. The skeleton one, like, they all have their own storyline, and the skeleton woman is all about breaking away from the holds of the church. I let chat vote, and they kept tying, so I let the wheel decide. True. I let the chat vote twice, and it was a tie both times, so I spun a wheel. We like wheels on this channel.
The people's answer was, like I said, quite predictable. And now it's a pony-sized pickle we're in. My stance, however, remains unchanged. And I maintain
Shocker.
there is no dishonor in simply dismissing the result of this referendum.
Again, I want to know how much of a slight majority we're talking.
I warned you, Commander.
I warned
Did
you.
Listen? No. Now that psycho of a Prospera is actually asking for elections. And elections are a can that has the word worms written
Worms.
over it in great big flashing letters. Do not open the can, Commander.
Boy, they really don't want elections.
First she wants a referendum, and now she demands elections. What is it with Prospera, Commander? Does she think we have nothing better to do than fill in silly questionnaires? She had her fun, now let's get back to business. We quarrel, you decide, and that's it. I
will say, from the point of view of playing a video game, he's not wrong. I do like that. They bicker and argue and I weigh in. For the record, you voted for the dwarf and then you voted for the elf. Well, appreciate that. Yeah, the dwarf wanted to, like, escape her, controlling or abusive or whatever father. Yeah, from a gameplay point, I completely agree with the imp. We quarrel, I decide. I like that. That's fun. This Republic thing I'm about to agree to in theory. Looked up spoilers for their stories. Yeah, from what I remember, the lizard girl, you just weigh in on her elections. The dwarf girl has daddy issues, and you can, like... I think you can help her, like, either banish her father or, like, let him stay in power. The elf girl, I think you can get her killed if you do the wrong thing. The undead girl wants her to cure diseases, and that's the 4 of them. You can kill her dad. Do I allow free elections to choose a head of state? They're all gonna vote for different people is the problem. I'm a dragon with a jetpack, so it looks cool when they all vote for me, but eventually they're gonna have to vote for somebody else. Slight majority wants to vote. Do I give the people the right to choose a head of state? It's tricky when 4 of them are saying, no, don't do it, and 1 of them is saying, do it. If it were a little more on one side or the other, it'd be, you know, easier to say yes. But it's 4-1. The irony here is if I give them the permission to vote, then I'm ignoring the results of their current vote, which is 4 against 1 for. That is some bitter, bitter irony. Huh. Confused. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I got a Steam achievement for saying, yes, let's have a referendum. Fuck it, let's go all in, see if I get another achievement. Votes for everybody!
Fantastic, Commander. Every man and woman in the realm, including you, is eligible to be a candidate. So soon we shall see who will be the first president of Rivellon. Oh, these are exciting times indeed. A republic is about to be born.
Referendum? Oh, do I keep saying referendum? Sorry, I'm sorry that I'm saying words you can understand, and not words you approve of. Counselors, can we vote to have petty squabbles like that thrown out the window? Thank you. Oh, thumbs up. Love it.
The gods themselves have bestowed onto you the greatest honor in life, to rule over all men and all beasts as you see fit.
Yeah.
To throw this gift back in their hallowed faces is a most heinous ingratitude, Commander.
Heinous?
A sin beyond compare.
Fucking Clover makes fun of the way I say things. Did you just say heinous?
The gods themselves have bestowed onto you the greatest honor in life, to rule over all men and all beasts as you see fit. To throw this gift back in their hallowed faces is a most heinous ingratitude, Commander.
That man absolutely said heinous. Rhymes with genius, apparently. Like, no, that's not what that word is.
If you are determined to go on with prosperous reforms, I cannot stop you, Commander. But I think it's a dangerous game you're playing, especially in these times of war. If one of your half-brothers or sisters wins the war, you may rest assured they will never consent to a republic.
Yeah. So what? We got bigger problems if the guy who skins himself for fun, the girl that cut her own tongue out, and the mad cannibal butcher. We got bigger problems if one of them wins the war than they're ignoring the vote. Just saying.
Off comes the lead. Creepy crawlies everywhere. For believe me, Commander, it will indeed be creeps that come crawling in, and one of them will assume the title of president.
Why not me?
What will you do if you don't win, and some beet farmer starts to run the war? Dear Lord, we'll be done for.
Here's my political platform and stance. I'm a dragon who owns a jetpack and an airship. That's pretty good, right? Like, I think that's a pretty good argument.
Hold on to your hats, lads. A storm is coming. You're crazy, Commander. Deranged. What if an imp wins? It'll be the end of the world.
Oh, can I put one in charge right now, actually, then? Main character plot armor. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to have the election until after the war's done. How about that? No election until the war is done. Then we can have this republic we're all so proud of. Feel like that's fair. Oh, more bomber balloons. Love it. Upgrade those, my beautiful, beautiful bomber balloons. Actually, I have plenty of science. Oh yeah, upgrade my, I gotta buy some imp fighters, because, God, my shitty brother has, balloons now, too. Alright, let's see. He's got a balloon right here. He's definitely coming for me. I got shaman. I need imp fighters. How much are imp fighters? 10? Okay, I can buy 2. And still have some money left over for other things. Would love to take... That's 3 troopers. Would love to take that. It's only 1 trooper. 1 trooper, 1 grenadier, 1 armor. The ocean's not clear. Damn this 1 juggernaut. There's 1 clearly there, but... yeah, that balloon... He's gonna come sweeping in. I'd love to take Foxdale over here, but I feel like if I leave this place unguarded, it's gonna get worse. His balloon is gonna wreak havoc on me. The balloons are just so good. He can go through, he might just stop on Silva Draconis? Yeah. Because there's no one there and he'd rather, the AI probably doesn't want me taking his land, right? So. God damn that 1 juggernaut. Stop parking your juggernaut 1 inch from my damn lands. Stop doing that. It makes me uncomfortable. It's such a power move. I'll just put my boat right fucking here. How about them apples, dear brother? How about you fuck yourself, actually? Ever consider that? Ever put that in your pipe and smoke it, dear sister? They still haven't taken that fucking... It's bothering me. What to do, what to do? I have 14 gold. Is this empty? Did he leave this empty? Or she, I guess. Did she leave this empty? You're out of your fucking mind. That might be bait, though, honestly. I'd then be fighting that war on 2 fronts, and that's a war factory right there. Yeah, that's probably bait. That being said, I wouldn't mind shoring up, I guess. Give me another imp fighter here. Excellent. All right. Building units, always nice, always nice. And let's play it out. It's 9 o'clock. Does that mean my stream is over? It does. No, oh man. Fuck. I'm having fun. Son of a bitch. But like, I have work. But like, also I'm enjoying myself. I love this game. I could play this game so many times over. I love just doing all the political decisions. And the war game stuff I don't mind either, like with the board and everything. What are they fighting up here? Oh, that Juggernaut's fighting a transport? I mean, they're sunk, right? There's no way. Yeah, these 3 Juggernauts, my god. Little excessive. Alright, 1 more turn, and then I'm done. I'll save before I go to the war table. Emperor permits elections. Dwarven candidate in landslide victory. We haven't had the election yet. Emperor no more than hypocrite says short fuse. He'll marry a gutter pipe if it brings him power and fortune. Okay. So you claim. Oh, weirdly, no one's here to greet me at the table. That's crazy. Wife! Hello, wife. How fare you on this day?
Oh, my sky and clouds. May the Seven forgive me if I ever spoke ill of imps. For they are truly expert engineers, whose peerless blend of wonder and whimsy begets the gains of genius.
Well, apparently the imp thing worked. We strategizing well? I haven't lost any land yet. I'm mainly bolstering my forces and slowly encroaching on my enemy while they fight each other, so yeah.
Served with souls, their apparatus have become sentient and, once science permits, shall stride, function and speak with a subtle grace quite equal to that of the living. Trinculo assures me a skeleton of precious metals can be constructed, wherein my soul may be housed.
Oh shit! I can turn you into a robot? That'll piss off Yorick, and hell yeah! I don't want my queen to be a living automaton. If soul swapping is to take place at all, let it be a woman of flesh and bone, that thy vessel is after it all. Nah, I'm cool dumping you in a robot. I like her choker of, like, is that barbed wire or just like thorny ivy? Such a good design on her. Damn. This will make you impervious to disease and death. Yes, tell Tranquillo to proceed. Oh, absolutely.
So I shall.
I can turn her into a vampire or
imagine.
Robot.
Soon I may be a creature of eternity, unburdened by the shackles of sickness and atrophy. Yours long as the dragon lives.
I'm not sure I want my wife to be a vampire murdering people and sucking out their essence. I'm just saying. Rather have a robot. Anyway, oh, lads. I'm sure every one of you has something to say since you're all counselors.
Thundering torpedoes. What miracles we imps invent with staggering regularity. I surprise myself sometimes, Commander. I really do. Soul-powered constructs, think on it. Intelligent cannons, living gunships. I could become one. Brilliant.
As long as he's happy. You still don't get how you're supposed to procreate with her? Oh, the robot's probably powered by cum. In-game.
Sometimes I think those ruddy imps will stop at nothing. But if their designs are this revolutionary, why should they? If they can make machines think for themselves, imagine the mining possibilities. No mere miners to pay or bury. Excavation going on round the clock. The profit. Oh, the profit.
All right, I don't think your heart's in the right place, but I guess you are on board with, like, automated labor, which is good, I guess. And we're definitely going to funnel that profit back into, you know, the citizens of the country, right?
Curse Trinculo and every single simpleton of his ludicrous species. The madmen are arranging a marriage most grotesque and shamefully aberrant. A perverted bond between the essence of nature and the cold indifference of cogs, wheels, and gears. It is a desecration of the cosmos, a violation of everything we elves hold dear.
Jesus, racism? Oh, he hates machines, I guess. Nature-loving, sissy pants McGee over here. You're on an airship. I'm a dragon with a jetpack, and now you're being like, machines. Shut up. All right, let me upgrade some stuff, and then I will call it there. God, I love this game. I can boost my juggernauts. Hey, you know what? More bomber balloon shit. Why not? Ooh, shopping stuff. Yeah, that'll do for now. All I can afford, really. Yeah, this game is real easy on easy. The enemy AI is terrible. When there's only one of them and very limited space, it's still kind of difficult because there's only so many options they can do. When there's a huge map and two other opponents, they're terrible. They just leave things unguarded. They're all fighting out in the water, and I'm just steamrolling across the land, bolstering my forces. It's great. Making this real easy for me. But I have to wait until Sunday to play this again. Aw, fiddlesticks. Really liking this game. Really enjoying it. Would love to do another playthrough when as soon as I'm done, roll into another playthrough where I make the opposite choice every time. I'm the evil guy. I'm siding with the skeletons and the dwarves this time. No rights for women. The gays, they're lucky I don't spit in their face. Ha 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 ha! Money and profits. You play the game enough, you gotta do that run at least once, right? Stream only this game forever. I'm really enjoying this game. I am loving playing it. It's been 10 years and it's as good as I remember it. It's great. Love you all. Be good people. I'll see you Sunday with this game, but I will see you Thursday beforehand for Uncharted 4, the finale. Toodle pip. Good night, everybody. Don't marry 12-year-olds. Shouldn't have to say that, but apparently somebody in this game needed to be told that. Toodle pip.